have them send someone with more experience.
Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
You will bring the jury.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican police service.
That's literally not true.
Is that correct?
I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for crumb's sake.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Happy Monday. How was your weekend, everybody? Curious, honestly. Let me know. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's time to weigh in and let it be known. Let's see. Switch that to there. I almost had to go to Kinston this morning, and I made an appointment. Well, a guy made an appointment for me to go to Kinston this morning, and so he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be there. You got to be there in 45 minutes, whatever." I'm like, "All right," and then I was informed that I don't have a car, so I got to reschedule Wednesday. I'll go back down on Wednesday. All right, good morning, welcome everybody, especially Fran. Congratulations, Fran. Why is that not working? We'll get it fixed.
No.
Hello.
Am I on a different networks for some reason? Why is it? We'll quit. I'll turn these off for a minute and see. Turn them off and then turn them back on. See if that fixes it. That usually does. Good morning. Happy Monday. Fran Fitzgerald first in chat today. Congratulations, Fran. Everything IP related worldwide is your responsibility. We're punishing you for your promptness. Denise Feldman for Ursland says, member for 40 months. Has it really been this long? In my first and most loved YouTube subscription. 0 regrets. Thank you all for you do for us, Scott. Denise, oh my goodness. 40. That's like Black Balloon's age. That is weird. Has it been that long? That is awesome. You are, in fact, an OG. Paula Mack says, vacation's over. I'm back at work. Boo. That's commitment. That is wonderful. Thank you very much, Denise. It would not have been the same without you here. 40 months. That's really cool. All right. So we've got some stuff to do. I'm trying to find some various courts and things that we can watch that'll keep us entertained. We've got some things happening this week that are big. Corey Richens' sentencing happens this week. Is that on the 13th? Because I'm pretty sure that's my wedding anniversary. Okay, so that'll be good to remember. Let's see. Oh, Scotch's mom. I found out over the weekend I've been diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, stage 3. I've been learning a lot. Oh, my goodness. Scotch's mom, I am so sorry. That initial the initial study period when you get news like that is no fun. But you've probably learned more than you ever knew about it now, and hopefully there's some great treatments and options available for you that'll be good. Please know that we're thinking about you. We're praying for you as well. Let's see. We've got a couple people we need to celebrate. Celebrate this. I was reading some other comments here. That's funny. All right, some other people to celebrate. We have some birthdays we need to get to. Thank you, Greeniers, for this, by the way. Lady Draconis, Thana, Tracy, and then Sunday we had Dallas-born, Boston-bred, and Chris. So we're going to sing to all of them. I'm going to go reverse order. I'm going to sing to Dallas-born, Boston-bred, and Chris, and then Lady Draconis, Thana, and Tracy today. So, and by I mean we, and by we, I mean all of us. So wherever you are, if you're able and it's legal, don't do this when you're driving for some reason. Don't stand up, take a deep breath, shoulders back, project your voice to the back of the room, blend your voice with your neighbor, and warm up with me if you will. La 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 la. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dallas-born Boston bred Chris. Happy birthday to you. So we only got 2 in for the first verse. Now we're going to do today's birthdays. Lady Draconis, Thana, and Tracy. Verse 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lady Draconis, Thana, and Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Greeners, thank you for the birthday wishes. But apparently, your profile picture is not up to snuff. But to everyone who's celebrating their birthday today, happy birthday. I realize there are a million places you could be and a million people you could have celebrated with, but you chose to be here with us. Privilege, pleasure, the honor, the joy is ours. Hopefully, we can turn that joy back to you, make your day just a little more special, or begin by helping yourself to free pancakes at Denny's, IHOP, Village Inn, Waffle House, McDonald's, Tammy Dunlap's House, Andy's Grill, Bob Evans, and Cracker Barrel. There we go. Now the dancers can do their thing. Looking good. Goose. I'm trying really hard to get my wife to let us name our vehicle the Grey Goose. And I realize that that may be an alcohol name, but I just think it's either that or the Ugly Duckling. I tried for a couple other names. Trident, not the gum, but like 3 dents. We'll talk about that in a minute. Greeners, haha. You have uncovered through your sleuthing a fun fact that my wife and I had our wedding reception on the 12th. And then we got married on the 13th. This is true. We had our wedding reception first. Why? Because if we decided to call it off at the last minute, we still got to keep all the gifts. No, just kidding. That wasn't the reason. But we wanted to just get married and then leave and not have like all the stress of everything that night. Just head out. And so we did our reception first. And those that didn't know we were getting married the next day we got people who gave us gifted like stitch embroidered blankets and stuff with the wedding date on it. And it's our wedding reception date on the blanket, not our wedding day. We did it a day early. So we lived in Sin. No, she slept at her house and I slept at mine. Everything was good. We were good. We were good the whole time. Plus we were just so busy with decorations and stuff that nothing happened. Anyway, I highly recommend that if that's an option for you. Throw the party first. It's like eat dessert first. Throw the party first, and then there's just no stress on the wedding day. So. All right. And that out of the way. Thank you. All right. Trying to figure out where we need to go first. Judge Dad has had a rough morning. Judge West is up and at it and working this morning as well. She's busy. Why is that tied up? Why do I have... Okay, this is just on the wrong screen. That's why. Okay, fixed it. All right. Good morning. We have the big thing this week is going to be Corey Richens' sentencing, which happens on the 13th, and we did that. We had a New Year's Eve party and got married a minute after midnight. That's awesome. So it's sort of like in the same 24-hour block. We were like a day later. Got married on the 12th. The party went over till 9/2. We confused everybody. Son is doing courthouse, then doing the reception next year. Same date, so they plan the reception so they can plan the reception they want. That's cool as well. I guess now that the world is flat, there's a shout out to a famous author, and we're able to just jet set around wherever we want. Distances mean very little now in travel. It used to be you married someone from like somebody you bumped into from your hometown, right? That was way back in the day. That was before my time. But you'd marry local, and one reception's enough. Nowadays, you meet up with somebody and click and get married, and you're at university, and they're from another part of the country or another part of the world, and suddenly you have to have 2 receptions, because they're thousands of miles apart. That's just fun times, and expensive as well. All right, courthouse end of this month. Married at the courthouse at the end of this month. Awesome. Let's see. Celebrating 24 years today. A guy I met in Florida. I'm from Maine. He's from New York. Hasey's Wildflower. That's my example perfectly. Maine and Florida. You're Maine and New York, so you probably get away with 1 reception. But if you had people in Florida that wanted to attend, you might have to do 2, or make them fly up to the cold north. All right, let's go to court, shall we? Let's check out Judge West first, and see what she's up to.
Mr. Kazana, make sure you make an appointment visit with Mr. Parker about everything before the next court date, okay? You're free to go. And then you've got Matthew Smith. It's a sentencing, Mr. Parker. That's Ms. Malfino's. Well, it's Matthew Smith. It's an agreed sentencing. Good morning. Are you Matthew Smith?
Yes.
And this is 26 DCCR 0073. Mr. Smith was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the state jail felony offense of theft of material. I've received that pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review the report?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Judge.
Any corrections or objections?
No, Judge. Not this.
All right, Mr. Smith, I am going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 5 years. There's not a fine. You will be ordered to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. And that's going to include being on a specialized mental health caseload to help you get through whatever you need to so you can be successful on probation. It's important that you do everything that they ask you to, make all appointments, follow up with any treatment or medication or anything like that that they require, okay?
Yes.
If you do all of that and you successfully complete this probation, it's a great opportunity because you do not have a felony conviction on your record. And at the end of the probation period, if you've successfully completed it, the case is actually dismissed. You'll never have a felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you could be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, and sent to the state jail prison for between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand?
Yes,
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. You need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation's going to call you up to her desk when she's ready to go over your paperwork. So listen for your name. She's going to call your name in just a few minutes, okay? All right, you can go have a seat.
All right, well, she gets ready.
And you've got Junius Vital.
Well, she's calling the next case. Let me tell you really quickly. I like our new car. My wife bought a new car. It is a Toyota Highlander. It has some personality. It has 3 dents on it. And it's a 2013 Toyota Highlander. And, leather interior. It's nice. It's a nice car. All-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. On demand and everything. But I wanted to call it Trident, and she didn't want that.
And sir, are you Alfred Thompson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you get your discovery certificate?
Yes.
Thank you. And for the attachment, you need to get that emailed unless you have it.
We're wearing the same shirt, sir.
Okay, perfect.
Got the memo.
Okay. And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will.
Mr. Thompson, in cause number 25, DCCR 1875, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of solicitation of prostitution from March 28th of 2024. How do you plead to that charge?
So lady in red.
Are you pleading guilty
No.
freely and voluntarily? And because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1.
Shame on you.
Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Comerford?
Yes,
Do you fully understand them? And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There would be a $300 fine and you'll be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? I have to ask everyone that. State tenders number 1.
no objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Thompson's not competent?
There is.
And what is the state's position since it's a state jail on waiving pre-sentence report? Is there any issues or criminal history that you can see?
I don't believe there was anything, Your Honor. I have no other prior history.
So any objection to waiving that
No,
pre-sentence
no
report? So Mr. Thompson, I'm going to waive the pre-sentence report. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and understand the nature and the consequences of your plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I am going to follow that agreement and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay that $300 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is an excellent opportunity because you do not have the felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, then at the end, the case is actually dismissed. You'll never have a felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, found guilty of the offense, and sent to the state jail prison for between 6 months and up to 2 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you have waived your right to appeal. You just need to have a seat here in the courtroom. Probation sitting at that desk right over there. She's going to call your name up when she's ready to go over your paperwork. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Compliment. This much.
All right, we're gonna jump from that and see what's happening with Judge Dad because he looks.
It's crooked or anything else. They're just not going to make shots here, calls here about what's going to happen with cases.
Yeah, we're gonna back up.
When I've treated the last 1,900 and
okay, we're gonna back up.
He couldn't do it. That his wife was going through severe mental health problems.
Let's see.
it comes out.
Back up. Let's see what happens.
Do
Here.
with it.
I saw him waving his arms, and I knew we had to jump over there and see what was happening.
Yeah, I didn't renew them. It was extreme circumstances, so I came here to hold for leniency.
All right, you're going to plead improper parking they're giving you, right?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? $65. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good
I'm
luck.
sorry, I really am.
Okay, let's
Derek
see.
Allen McConovich, 24T642916.
McConovich. Let's hear this one. What happened here?
Good morning, man, Judge and staff. John Bassiano on behalf of Derek McConovich.
I'm going to need Jessica in here. Your name, sir?
Derek Allen McConovich.
All right, so he has entered a not guilty plea on this. He's got, I hope you saw this, he's got 11 prior technical violations.
Judge.
And now here he's got 1 count of failure to attend the court work program. How's he going to proceed on this?
Plead guilty.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
What was
If
the
you
charge?
plead guilty here, this would be your
Counterfeit?
12th.
What?
And you could get,
Back up. Back up.
Good morning, man, Judge and staff. John Bassiano.
Listen to this charge.
McConovich.
I'm going to need Jessica in here. Your name, sir?
Derek Allen McConovich.
All right, so he has entered a not guilty plea on this. He's got, I hope you saw this, he's got 11 prior technical violations.
Judge.
And now here he's got 1 count of failure to attend the court work program. How's he
just
going to proceed
failure
on
to
this?
attend.
Plead guilty.
Is that what you want to do, sir? If you plead guilty here, this would be your 12th. And you could have your probation revoked and be incarcerated for 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? You plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge you failed to attend the court work program on April 25th of 26, how do you plead? Did you fail to attend?
Yes.
Why weren't you there?
My wife was assaulted by her elder sister.
By what?
Be there for the kids.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
My wife was assaulted. My wife was assaulted by her eldest sister with a drug problem, and I needed to be there.
When did that occur? I would just want you to tell me when it occurred.
About a week ago.
About a week ago?
Wife's been like, I already contacted your brother.
Well, what does that have to do with it? You're
I actually take care of my daughter, but
this is May the 11th, right? If it happened back on May the 4th, you said about a week ago.
Contacted Jessica.
What does that have to do with you not being here for the court work program on April the 25th?
I had to take care of my daughter and the animals.
Wait a minute. You're acting like this assault on your wife caused you to not be here on April 20th. Wait. I don't want to be interrupted.
The math doesn't add
You
up.
told me your wife was assaulted by her sister. Is that not what you said? Were you not trying to lead me to believe that she was assaulted on or around the time you were supposed to be to the court work program and therefore you didn't appear?
I should have prioritized. I contacted your brother to go tomorrow or set on free this entire week. I'm gearing up for
listen,
MDOT certification.
Look, listen.
It just sounds like, if I may interject, it sounds like this gentleman's been overwhelmed with a lot of things that have been going on in life, and it's happened.
He tried to make it sound like he didn't show up on the court work program because his wife was assaulted by her drug addict sister.
That's what I heard.
That's what he made it sound like. And then it comes out that that was a week ago, and yet he was supposed to be on the court work program 16 days ago. Right?
No, I failed to prioritize.
Judge, if I could.
Yeah.
So Derek was actually scheduled for, he only had the 1 day left in the court work program. His case was set to expire May 1st. So I told him he only had a few opportunities. We were originally scheduled for April 11th. He emailed me stating there were some issues in the family situation. He wanted to reschedule. Fine. I told him he could reschedule. He then rescheduled for April 18th. He then contacted me saying there was issues with his wife. There was something going on with his wife. He couldn't do it. He needed to stay with his daughter. I said, fine, you have one final opportunity on May 25th. He stated again.
April 25th, you mean?
April 25th, I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor. On April 25th, he then emailed me again and stated that he couldn't do it, that his wife was going through severe mental health problems and he had to take care of his daughter. Again, I gave him all the opportunities possible. There was no other options after that. So this is 3 days in a row that we scheduled for court work program. There was issues each time for rescheduling. I gave him the opportunities to reschedule, but again, we've now run out of time. We don't know what else to do.
Judge, if I may interject, with regard to the wife, I believe it's his ex-fiance with whom he has an 8-year-old daughter, am I correct?
Yes.
And at that time, there were issues that existed that could have subjected his ex-fiance to CPS problems, and as a result, Mr. McConovich intervened, and it just sounds like this gentleman, although he's been semi-responsible here, has tremendous responsibilities, and he certainly wants to finish this off, and shame on him for not availing himself to Ms. O'Donnell's overtures over here with getting it done. But Judge, I'm just asking that if we can have a continuance on. I know you're upset about it, Judge, but the gentleman does work. He's not so lazy.
He's got 12 violations.
Judge, I understand that. I understand.
We've given Derek multiple opportunities. It's always something. There was money for a while that was an issue. We finally get this taken care of. Then it was an issue with anger management. You just saw him not that long ago for another violation regarding anger management. We did get that done, but we just had one final day on the court work program. We've given Derek all the opportunities. I don't know what else there is to do.
Judge, he's a troubled young man whose head is spinning because he's thinking about his 8-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. He's got his wife's mental health issues to deal with, and as a result, I think it exacerbates his issues. Just asking for continuance, just to finish off this one matter over here, Judge. This is all we're asking for. I know you're fed up. I know Ms. O'Donnell's fed up, but we're almost.
How could we not be fed up? We've given him multiple.
I understand, Judge. He's just so close to completing it.
This has been going on since August the 24th. No, You can only have so many of these, okay? I could have done this a long time ago. Anything else you want to say?
Judge, I'm just asking that there be no jail time because he's close to his MDOT certification, getting the mechanic's license.
Does he owe any money?
He does not owe.
Well, that's good. Sounds like
How many days?
He has 7 days credit jail. He gave back in October. It doesn't look like there was any credit days.
He also did core work program for 2 or 3. How many of those?
The day that he completed a court work program, he completed 6 days, Your Honor.
So he's done 6 plus 7 is 13, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to assess any fines. I'm going to revoke probation. You're served 20 days, credit 13 for 7. You're in custody for 7 days. I'm sorry. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions?
Judge, my question is, when will he start this?
Right now. He's in custody right now. Sorry. Have a seat over there, sir. Good luck. Prince Emmanuel Robar Gibson, 26B1505554. Officer Whitehead, can you stick your name in, your face in here, please? Your name, sir?
Gibson.
Officer Whitehead, good morning. Your name?
Officer Whitehead, Brownstown Township Police Department. I'm just sorry for my attire, Judge McNally.
Can you start your video?
Yep, 1 second.
Okay.
I'm just.
The defendant's in shorts and a
I'm
t-shirt.
trying to
You
do
should
it from
be
my
good,
phone.
officer.
We're in the patrol car parked.
Yeah, you better be.
All right. Your name?
Officer Whitehead, Brownstown Township Police Department.
You're not at work right now?
I am. I'm a passenger in the patrol car for a training officer who's on shift.
But you guys are stopped, right?
Correct. Yep.
So let me ask you a question. You wrote Mr. Gibson here for failure to yield.
Yes,
and,
sir.
And this is what the officer wrote. Issuing officer requests citation be dismissed. No injuries on crash. Both vehicles drivable. Respondent also paid damages. Who was at fault in this accident?
So originally, I wrote Mr. Gibson for the failure to yield. He was at fault. The other vehicle pulled into a private business and parked, but they weren't comfortable driving it, so they had it towed privately. And I'm not a car guy, so I didn't know the damages. And they said that they would work out the damages between them, and they were to contact me if they worked that out, which they did. And I spoke to both parties, and I told them if it was worked out between them for the damages, that I would try to dismiss the ticket for them.
Can't do that. I mean, if I do that, I got to do it for everybody. You know, if somebody's going to get 2 people get in an accident and there's an accident, I mean, just because somebody pays damages or restitution, I just can't do that. I'm not comfortable with that. So I'll set aside the default judgment. You can take your choice. I can either send you back there and maybe you can work out impeding if there was minor damage and no injuries, or you can set it for an informal hearing, whatever your choice is.
Okay. But Your Honor,
I'm not going to dismiss this ticket. Just had a lawyer whining in here that I didn't want to dismiss her ticket. I don't play games in here, okay? I'm just telling you. You get in an accident, it's your fault. You're going to at least get impeding, period, plain simple. I don't care who knows who, what they do. I don't care. Well, good. I'm just telling you, I'm not dismissing your ticket. They're not going to get, we're not getting in the habit, they're not going to get in the habit of this over here. We're not getting in the habit of this. We're not doing it. So you can either set it for an informal hearing.
but from when the officer said he only wrote the ticket if we had to go through insurances for that purposes, there was no reason to write a ticket.
Listen,
Michigan may be in
I want to make sure I understand. Did you or did you not say that Mr. Gibson was at fault in the accident?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not treating you better. Nobody else gets that deal in here. I'm not treating you better. I don't care if you're a congressman. I don't care who you are. I'm not treating you better.
But sir,
They don't pay me enough to argue with people here, okay? I don't mean to be a wise guy, but I don't go for special treatment. And if I do this for you, I got to have those girls hire 28 more people. And then they got to go through the last files I've done for the last 30 years and bring all those people in here so I can undo their tickets and dismiss their cases and refund their fines. I'm not doing it. I don't care how nice he wants to be. So you can decide one of two things. You can either go back in and tell him, yes, you're willing to take impeding if they'll give it to him, or I'm setting it for hearing. And I'm going to give you a date, officer, when I know you're here. We can't be doing this. If they work out civil damages, then it's okay. What do you want to do?
Talk to the officer.
If you want to go back and talk to officer, don't go anywhere.
So pretty much you just want to do impeding traffic. That's what I'm saying.
If you qualify, listen, pretty cut and dry guy.
When the officer said he was going to drop the ticket, the revenue took care of it.
You're not doing underhanded garbage that comes in here in front of me.
Hey, sir,
you hear what I said? Hang on. I'm not doing that. I don't know where people are coming up with this stuff. I'm not doing it. When they decide to issue a citation, they've never called me up and said, Judge, should I issue a citation? Not one time. I've been here 31 years and 4 months and 11 days. Not one time have they ever called me up and say, should I issue a citation? But once they do, when it comes through this little route here, I'm treating everybody the same. And they're not going to start with underhanded deals. And I don't mean underhanded in the sense that it's crooked or anything else. They're just not going to make calls here about what's going to happen with cases when I've treated the last 1,982 people times 5 differently than they're asking me to treat you. It's not happening. So you can either go talk to the officer about impeding. If you qualify, I'll be glad to do it. If you don't, and you want to have an informal hearing, be glad to set that. You got to be careful with this, officer. Please don't do that again. I mean, really, this is not, they go work this out in some, damages situation. Nobody's even entitled to restitution on civil infraction cases. They can make small claims or general civil case arguments and file those.
I understand. I think it was just a miscommunication and a misunderstanding between myself and Mr. Gibson on the resolution for the crash, but
whatever.
I completely.
I'm just not doing it. Okay. You want to go talk to them about it? Okay. I'll be glad to give you this file, John. Take it back to Harabedian. Don't go anywhere, officer, in case he wants to talk to you. Okay. Thank you.
Yes,
Maya
sir.
Adkins, 26W842456.
Well, at least he's consistent, right? I'm not sure.
Good morning.
Why is he
your name?
Why is a
I hope this is
supervising
going to go
officer
better
for
than the last
training?
one. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? Please accept it. 150. Cashier into the hall to your right. You're all set. Good luck. Shane Ware, 26W842551.
That was quick.
How you doing?
Morning, Judge.
Your name?
Shane Ware.
You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Judge.
Please accepted. 150. Cashier end of the hall to your right. Have a great day. Thank you. Ahmad Asma. 260-150-056. Defendant failed to appear. Responsible is charged by default. I sent that file back. You can talk to him about whether or not he wants impeding or wants to go to an informal hearing. Mustafa R. Al Bahia, 26W842535. Good morning, sir. How are you? Your name? Your name? All right, so you're going to plead to commercial motor vehicle impeding traffic, and then they're going to dismiss the original charge. True?
Yes.
So to the charge, commercial vehicle impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it. 235 cashier into the hall to your right, and you're all set. Have a great day. Melody Martin, 26W842536.
Oh, she's got some fantastic bell bottoms on.
Your name?
No.
You're going to plead to impeding, right, ma'am? To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted, 150. You have a great day. Thank you very much. Cashier end of the hall, you're right. Against Hannah L. Davis, 2688425560. How you doing, sir? Your name?
Speed record right here.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? Responsible or not responsible to that? 160 is your total. Cashier end of the hall to your right, and you're all set. Have a great day. People against Dewan Yarbrough, 26P648319.
We're making some money today, guys.
All right. You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
To that charge. I'll accept the plea. Listen to me. Those bother me. You know what I mean? Operating while texting. I see people going all over the road. Please don't do that, okay?
Sorry.
You plead responsible to impeding?
Yes.
Fines cost 200. You're all set. Cashier and all to your right. 200. Good luck. Patrick and Rens, 260-647-494. And could I have Mackenzie Brown?
If they have priors, the price is
higher. You guys want to come up with? Are you the parents?
Yeah.
Come on up with it.
Everybody.
Have a seat right there if you would, young lady. Your name, sir? All right, you're going to plead to impeding?
The whole family.
No, wait a minute. You're going to plead to no proof of registration, right?
My understanding was failure to present that.
Yeah. To that charge and no proof of registration, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea. Did you get a valid plate now?
Yes, sir. I have proof of that as well.
Where?
Your plate was expired for a couple months, right? You got to make sure you stay up on that. I'll accept the plea. 105. You're all set. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Scott Brown, 26T646231.
And mom.
Your young lady, your name? Your name, folks?
Sean.
Kristen Brown.
What are you? How old are you? 16.
15.
And you're smoking tobacco? Yeah. You don't plan on running any marathons anytime soon, huh?
No,
Why are you doing that?
I don't know. It's just hard to quit.
You're hanging out with the wrong kids, aren't you?
Probably. That's how they got me.
Well, one, you'll reevaluate who you're going to spend your time, right? Right? You know what I mean? My father used to tell me, if you hang out with the pigs, after a while, you start to smell like them. We don't want you. You're a pretty girl. And you should really thank your parents for being here. Right?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've had this happen?
No, it's the third.
The third?
That's why we wanted to come to court.
What are you doing?
We want you to
Are you going to Trenton High School?
Straight.
Yes.
What year are you?
12.
You got to stop that. How's your grades?
Like after coming back from like being suspended, they're still kind of like that. But
How many times you been suspended? How many days they suspend you each time?
The first time was 3 days. The second was 10, and the third was 10.
Well, how in the world are you going to get through high school if you're suspended 23 days? Is that in this school year you've been suspended for 23 days?
Sir, you have to take your head off.
Only 2 of them.
Sir.
And one was last year?
Yes.
But the 2 this year were the 10-day suspension. So you missed 20 days of school? Only Einstein could get through after missing 20 days of school. Come on.
She looks just like
You're not doing that in the school, are you?
Well, that's how they caught me.
That's how they
Well,
caught
why in the world would you bring that into the school?
I'm just like influenced by other people doing.
Well, we can do one of 2 things in this crazy world. We can either be a follower or we can be a leader, or somewhat of a combination. But if you're going to just be influenced by people that are not on the right road, you're going to end up in a world of hurt. You understand what I'm saying, young lady? Yeah, I thought you'd learn the first time. Not the first, certainly the second. Now here you are on the third, and you're only a sophomore. What's your grade points? Well, that tells me a lot, right? If you don't know what your grade point is, you probably don't care a lot, right? And if you don't care a lot, you might not get through high school. Then you'll start to care, because then you're going to be in deep trouble, because you're not going to have a job. Nobody's going to hire you, and you're going to live in poverty. You don't want to live in poverty, do you? It's a pervasive problem in this society. We got all kinds of people living in poverty, and 99.782% of those on my math are people that didn't graduate high school. I didn't say everybody had to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, teacher. I didn't say anybody had to do anything. There's trades, but you got to get through high school or you're in trouble. If you went back to Abraham Lincoln's era, it was okay not to get through high school. Not anymore. To the charge, minor in possession of tobacco, responsible or not responsible. I don't want you guys paying this. I want her paying this. I'm going to assess fines. I'm going to cut it down to $90. I'm going to trust our little conversation here is going to make you reflect on what you're doing. I'm going to give you until August the 1st to pay this. Really, I don't want you guys to pay it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You got it? Oh, come on, stay out of here. You seem like a nice kid. These are the most important years of your life. I've been saying it for years. High school age up to about 22. I've yet to see anybody successful at 50 that wasn't at 22, and vice versa. Come on, use your head. Get out of here. Apologize to your parents for making them take off of work and come here on your way out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ration Sorry. Sork. Soria, I'm sorry, 26T648313.
Smoking tobacco at school.
You're going to plead to no proof of insurance, right,
15
sir?
years old.
Yes, sir.
Your name?
Rachel Sawyer.
To that charge, no proof of insurance.
Name?
Responsible or
Johnny
not
Depp.
responsible?
Responsible.
You have insurance now?
Got rid of the car.
185. Don't drive without insurance. That's a horrible thing to do. It's a 1-year misdemeanor under state law. You get in an accident, you cause damage, they're going to come after you. You understand that?
Yes.
They'll be haunting you for 20 years to pay their insured's damages.
When Judge takes a break, we're going to talk
Good
about a
luck.
case we might be
185
able to
down the
watch
hall.
this afternoon.
Ask Artur Zanelli.
Josh found this for us.
Artur Joni Zanelli.
It's a-
26T648255. I murdered that name, didn't I?
Speaking of murder,
What's that?
It's a manslaughter case
Zanelli.
involving a Tesla.
All right, I'm sorry. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Responsible or not responsible? Plea is accepted. 150. You are all set, okay? Good luck, ma'am. David?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, you're going in lockup. We don't want you in lockup. David Bencher. David Bencher,
just went out the wrong
26W842547. All right. Your name?
David Bencher.
You want to set an informal?
That's a nice little sweater he's got.
Well, he said driver has issues with offer impeded traffic.
Yes.
You understand, and I'm not, listen to me. Again, I'm not trying to talk you into it. If you go to a hearing and you lose, this is a
throw the
3-point
book at you.
violation, and that's going on your record. I just want you to understand.
Yes, sir.
If you take the impeding, it's 0 points. I don't care what you do. I just want you to understand it. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You still want to set the informal? Give me an informal hearing date to have.
That's a bold move there, Cotton.
All right, this one, Judge, because we're getting pretty packed on that afternoon. Can we do this one on June 8th at 8:30?
That's kind of a long time. This was written April 16th. Can I just set it at?
Do you want to set it on the 26th at 1:15 or 1 o'clock?
Yeah, let's do that. May 26th at 1:15, okay? So you go down the hall, we'll give you your paper notice and you're all set.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great day. Henry Sherwood, 26T648222. Defendant failed to appear. Default judgment centered. Victor Smith, 26T648007A and B. How you doing, sir? Your name?
Victor Smith.
So as I understand it, they're going to dismiss the no proof insurance and you're going to plead to expired plate, right? Do you have insurance now?
Yes, sir.
To the charge, expired plate, responsible or not responsible? Please accepted, no insurance, dismissed, 135, you're all set.
Thank you.
Cashier end of the hall to your right, good luck. People against. Prince Gibson, 26B150554. Mr. Gibson, your name? Oh, is this what you want to do, is plead to impeding?
Yes.
I want you to understand, this is not the least bit personal. I can't let this go on. This is not even close.
A little advice that if this ever does have to begin, like, because technically the officer doesn't have to write a ticket for it. We just wanted to get rid of it.
That's up to him.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to write a report, if he doesn't want to issue a ticket, I never see it.
Because he said he only did it because of the insurance purposes. You know, if we had to go through the process.
They shouldn't be looking at it like that. But I don't, all I know is, like I was trying to tell you, if something comes through this area, if it was filed in this court, we're going to process the ticket, and I'm going to treat everybody the same. This has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. I wouldn't have any suggestions for you. I'm not going to suggest that an officer start being judge and jury out there. That's it.
Pretty much, right.
You want to plead to impeding traffic?
Sure.
Well, they are not. They are not. They don't get the final say to the charge of impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. But I want you to understand, this has nothing to do with me not liking you or anything. No. Watch any day. I treat everyone the same. 195. You're all set. Have a great day.
Quick question. I didn't make a bond for that ticket.
That will apply. So
Page 225.
yeah, I'll set aside the default judgment, like I said, and I'm gonna, Heather, return the other $30. They'll issue you a check, okay? But go down and talk to them. Thanks. Lawrence Malign, 26W842325. How you doing, sir? Your name?
Lawrence Moody.
You're gonna plead to impeding, right?
Yes.
Responsible or not responsible to that? Please accept it. 150. You're all set. Cashier. End of the hall. People against Ashley Underwood. Mommy. 26W842515. This will be a plea to impeding, the speed to be dismissed. Your name, ma'am? To the charge impeding traffic, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it. Original charge dismissed. 150. You're all set. Have a good day. Richard Caruso, 26W842465. No priors. You're going to plead to impeding. Tell me your name, sir.
Richard Caruso.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible. Please accept it. Original charge dismissed. 150. You're all set. Clean record. Good luck. People against Brian. Kevin Riley, 26W842555. Brian Riley. All right. You haven't had a ticket in quite a while. Your name? You're going to plead to impeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
All right, 150. You're all set. Cashier end of the hall to your right. Good luck.
Judge cleaned out his
Do I have
courtroom
anything else ready
pretty
down
quickly.
there?
Judge, if I may interject, what happened is a material fact was missing for Derek McConovich, and I indicated to Officer Seavey, and if I could get it on the record with the wife, Lori McConovich, if you will. I know I've had that bite at the apple, but it is a material issue that Mr. McConovich failed to mention on the record.
John, I gave him a break. If I hear much more, he's going longer. I don't know what else to tell you.
Judge,
I don't want to revisit it. I'm sorry. 7 days for 12 violations. If anything, I was too late, really. I'm sorry. I mean, you're a great lawyer. It couldn't have been that important.
Judge, I understand about his wife's here. It happened on about that day, but I understand, sir.
All right, thanks. Bryson Serta. Brighton Robert Julian Sirota, 26W842390A. How you doing, sir? Good. You're going to plead to impeding, right? Is that right?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible. All right, this is a $120 ticket violation of graduated license permit. I'm going to make it $125 and you're all set, Cashier end of the hall to your right.
Judge, are we dismissing the defective equipment then? There was a B charge?
Hang on, you.
He just about got.
Yes. Yes. I'm dismissing the B file. My mistake. The motion of the police officer file B defective equipment is dismissed. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Is that all we got right now?
What are you here for, sir? You talk with the department rep? Yeah, because they're that one.
Let's see if the judge takes a break here.
Okay. People against Jude Osobowski, 26W842558. How you doing, sir?
Doing better if trains weren't that long, Your Honor.
Doing what?
Doing better if trains weren't so long.
I know. I get it. And now with Allen Road closed, but hey, they have to do it. You're going to plead the commercial motor vehicle impeding, right?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? Original charge dismissed, 235, cash your end of the mall to your right, and you're all set. Best of luck to you.
All right, Judge, I think you've earned a break. That was a marathon run. We've got to talk about a case, too.
We have another show cause?
Yep.
I'm going to just set you up with a lawyer, sir, okay? We'll set him up with a lawyer, John, and then we're going to take a recess for a couple minutes. Heather, stay seated, everybody.
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
guess we're leaving the mics hot. I'm good with that. Hot mics. Selena gifted a membership today. Thank you very much, Selena.
Cranked it up to
Good to have you here.
See?
Linda, thanks for clicking the subscribe button.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We call that admitting to being a true crime addict. Okay, we've got a couple things going on here. Josh has found us a case in Judge Boyd's court, and this is a manslaughter case. It involves a Tesla. Now, before you get all excited and think, oh, good, it's a robot trial. No, I believe this was in manual control, and the issue here was the driver had a few to drink. There was a passenger in the vehicle as well before he drove his vehicle up on the sidewalk, striking and killing someone on the sidewalk, and then left the scene. Later surrendered. So we have, I'm excited about the show cause. I don't want to miss that one. So we have that coming up this afternoon. It starts with jury selection. I'm not sure if we'll get to opening statements today. We probably will. The judge is really quick at picking a jury. She's usually really good at that. So maybe we'll get to opening statements. It could be a couple days for that trial, and that would take us right up to the Corey Richens sentencing, which would be great. Lois Cox gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Lois. Appreciate your generosity as well. Monster's mom received that one. Teslas have cameras everywhere, so there should be footage. How long will Judge Boyd be a judge? She's done at the end of the year. January 1st, she is out. That's been decided. I wish I could wear my Recovery Addict hoodie at the Corey Richens trial on Wednesday. We need to make some court-approved merch. I think that's what we need. Let's see. There's more details about this Tesla trial. Tesla just happens to be the vehicle. It's not actually Tesla on trial. Sloth Life gifted a membership as well. Thank you, Sloth Life, for that. We just had a guy drive up on the sidewalk and hit people, killing one of them. It was not his first offense. They were in the front of a food truck ordering food. Oh my goodness. Getting our end. It's terrible. You know, people think the sidewalks are safe, and I used to think the front yard was safe, but living here where I do, where we've got a fairly big street out on one side of the property, and we've had a car end up in our front yard, almost in our bushes. We've also had a DUI wreck right there on the corner, and so I get nervous. I don't like the kids even playing out by the sidewalk. But let's see, the case coming up in San Antonio with Judge Boyd tomorrow. In that case, the victim's name was Eric Moody. This happened on March 28th of 2023 down in Texas. And Robert Castillo, who was 29 years old at the time, so now he should be about 31, 32, right around there, is charged with failing to stop and render aid, a secondary felony. I think they changed that to be manslaughter. He was driving a Tesla Model 3 at about 1:30 in the morning, day after my birthday, when he jumped to the curb at an intersection and struck 36-year-old Eric Moody, who died at the scene. Passenger told police the two had been drinking Friday evening, and and they were going to drive to Castillo's ex-girlfriend's house. That's never a good idea. Let's see here. There's a fight at the scene. And Castillo brandished a firearm. Oh my goodness, this just gets bigger and bigger. They heard gunshots, so they were driving away. Some of the other vehicle, they thought someone in the other vehicle was shooting at them. Yeah, this is going to be a wild one. It's going to be a wild one. I request more RA merch, please. What? Do we want some court-approved attire? Because a lot of courts say no logos. We have to come up with like our own design. Like it's like a tartan, you know, like a Scottish tartan, where it's you can't throw it out of the whole. If it's just like a flannel, you can't kick that out of court. We know flannel's court-approved, but it's going to be like our own design, so everyone knows. It has to be secret. It does. You can't have big logos on it. You can't say like justice for, you know, I can't say anything like that. Also have a case for Thursday involving a stolen Jeep high-speed chase out of Warren County. Ooh, we love to see the tail end of a high-speed chase. We might even get to see some of the video from it in that one in Warren County. They're pretty good about showing us videos. Is that Judge Tepe? Judge Teep? So what are your favorite colors? Well, if it's tartan, you've got to have reds and blues and maybe a little black and maybe a bit of yellow in it and some green. I think those are the colors for tartans, right? What about a pickle logo? Can't have any logos. Courts can ban logos. Joe Sherlock says, I got to spend a little time with y'all. I'm having an ultrasound on my legs and a CT scan with contrast to my chest and lungs. Oh my goodness, that doesn't sound fun. Heart doctor wants to see if I have any blood clots. No fun. I hope he finds nothing, Joe. I mean, like, I know it's a lot of time and discomfort for you, but I hope he doesn't find any problems and that you're just the picture of health and everything's good. Selena also comes in and says, I think I'll make my own for Wednesday. That's awesome. Selena, we can't wait to see you there in court. We will be covering that one live. Tartan can be any colors you want. Who was it that had the loom? Who? Is it Twin Tail Fox that has the loom? Maybe she could loom us up some tartan. Do you illuminate something? Or is it just weaving? How do you loom something into existence? What color of shirt should I wear, everyone? Whatever you're comfortable with. Fruit has a loom. Oh, yes. The fruit of the loom. Couple ladies show up to court. Court socks fly under the radar. They do, but they're hard to spot. You know how police vehicles have their logos where it's black on black? Can you do a hidden logo like that on a polo type shirt, same color as embroidery, the color of the fabric? Ooh. Undercover. Illumification. The tartan is looming. Alicia loves horses. Oh no. They found a tumor and it's cancer. Have surgery soon. Hopefully they're able to get it all and then return to horses and fun stuff. We'll be thinking and praying for you, Alicia. EDB has a cap that is black on black. That might work. We can't do caps in court, but we could probably do a similar design. It's sort of like Gothic, going all black.
Good morning, iPhone user. Can I get your name, please?
Oh, my name is Scott. How did you know I had an iPhone?
iPhone user. Can I get
Scott.
your name, please?
My name is Scott. Oh.
This is Nicholas Owens.
Sorry, Nick. Thought it was me. Josh, thank you. You're hard at work today. I appreciate it. High-speed chase one.
Okay, you're out of state. Is that correct, Mr. Owens? You live in North Dakota?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Are you on a
Just
work
sit
release
tight. We'll
program
get your
right
file
now?
put up. Judge is at a short recess right now, okay?
Okay.
So on Saturday we got to help out with the frogs on Saturday. And you say, how frogs need help? This frogs is a group called Friends of Greenville Greenways. It's a group of people that like to advocate for and clean up and support the greenways, the walkways in Greenville. And we heard they were doing a cleanup, and we're like, hey, we'd like to help. And we ran up there late as normal, and had to walk like a quarter mile to catch up to the crew. But we went up and picked up some trash up around along this greenway, which are beautiful, by the way. They run along sort of like the Tar River in Greenville, and it's just like beautiful wide walkways, bridges, just greenery, just quiet and nature. It's fun. It's frogs like that. And we brought all the kids, and they had a blast until we found there was ants. Mrs. R.A. Stood on like one of those big carpenter ant piles, and so we got her out of there. She did not go down there anymore. And we got those big long grabber things and picked up a bunch of trash, filled up one of those small city dump truck things with bags of trash. And while we were there, on the way walking in, we saw this big, huge turtle, like a painted. You can't see it, but it's there. It's probably 12 inches across. Big, huge turtle. We're like, oh, that's cool. And then while we were walking back, the turtle had found a sandy spot and had dug a hole and was laying eggs. Like, sweet. So that was cool. So we got to see that, and then we came home. That's all. That was Saturday. Local wildlife wasn't friendly. Somebody had thrown an old styrofoam archery target. Whoa, whoops. Sorry, I just bumped some buttons here. There we go. Put my elbow on something. They'd thrown an old styrofoam archery target that had like a plastic bag over the top of it in these bushes. And it was like, you could tell it had seen better days. The bag was just trashed. And so I managed to pull it out, and I grabbed the bag to drag the whole thing out, and the bag came off this styrofoam block. And the block's maybe, I'd say 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet by 1 foot thick. So it's a big styrofoam block. I pull the bag off, and there's ants everywhere. Those big red and black, just massive ants. And they have been tunneling into the styrofoam. Their nest is in the styrofoam. And it was just like ants everywhere, just crazy. And the bag, it was too big to fit in any garbage bag, so we couldn't just toss it in a garbage bag and throw it away. So we kicked it for a while, let the ants leave, and then some brave guy grabbed it with gloves and just threw it in the back of the dump truck. And so it's cleaned up. But you would think I would have took a picture of the turtle. I had everything with me to film. I even had a gyro-stabilized gimbal in my pocket for my phone, including microphones, and I didn't take any pictures. I was in North Carolina virtually at the weekend watching the Truist Championship. Truist is a brand of bank here. So it sounds like a golf championship. Is that right?
Okay.
I want to see the show cause here with the judge. That's why we're sort of hanging around here. Man, why is it like a cancer weekend? My brother got some news about a little spot on his ear too. It's a skin cancer, so it's been a rough weekend. Thoughts and prayers for everybody. Jojo, thanks for the positive thoughts as well. Josh, I saw this in mod chat. I have not Googled it yet. I happen to know just from reading Mod Chat that Bobby Cox is a great athlete from the state of Georgia, but I have no clue what sport he plays. So you'll have to fill played. So fill us in on the details there. Purple Coconut, thank you very much.
You are banished from the state of Georgia.
Eep. I think the judge is back in his office with his feet up on the desk, just watching that middle picture in the top of the screen. And just when it fills up, then he comes back out. Alex the Dane Mom, thank you very much. Yeah.
Hello.
AI is summarizing Mod Chat now. It says Scott is dealing with scheduling a meeting with a Xerox representative. And hello. This is true. I am. Regina Adams, thanks for the gifted membership. We're sort of in a holding pattern here, waiting for the judge to come back. He was a baseball player and a manager. Designed a court-approved Hawaiian shirt with pickles in the pattern. Ooh. Can you send me a link and I will share it out? We don't normally do that, Phil, but I happen to have seen several products that you've designed recently, and I approve of all of them, and so I'm not afraid to give you a free shout out on this front, knowing that you won't let us down.
Somebody here spoke to a department rep. You guys all here in tickets or what? No. Still.
Sit down, everybody. Sit down. Don't get excited. It's just the bailiff walking into the courtroom. Should have had coconuts.
All right, court is back in session. Stay seated.
I think Mr. Owens was the only one who tried to stand up, and he's in a car. It did not go well. But we're ready. What's in his hand? Is he eating something?
Do I have any more department?
Small lunch there.
Yeah, at 11:30.
I could take it right now.
Where's the show cause?
And John, can you put up the file for Nicholas Owens? He's on Zoom, please.
Yeah.
I'll have to get that file in review. Where are you going?
Is Jennifer down there? Weissman? I need the civil file. Can you tell them, Heather?
Yes, I will call
Owens. Nicholas Scott Owens, 18T6207558.
Hey, judges.
What's he doing? I thought I told you your name, sir?
Nicholas Scott Owens.
I thought I told you had to appear in person, didn't I, at some point?
Yes, and then I got an email saying you would do it over Zoom.
And then you didn't show up June 10th.
Yes, sir, I did not.
Of last year. Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, what? Seriously? Now you want me to do it by Zoom a year later? I'm not doing it by Zoom. Now I thought I was a little harsh with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. But you didn't show up in June. Okay? So I don't care if you live in North Dakota or China or wherever you live. I'm not doing this by Zoom. You're going to have to show up in person. This is ridiculous. Why would you do this?
I understand I made some mistakes.
Well, you have. And Heather, re-enter the warrant cancellation. I'm going to indicate defendant appeared on Zoom, failed to appear in 2025, and that was on failed to appear on June 10, 25, needs to appear in person. You mean even after I did that for you, you decided you weren't going to show up? I'm just shocked.
Yeah, I was nervous to come back. I'm sorry.
Well, you didn't need to be. But I was even letting you appear by Zoom on June 10th. We emailed you other times. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Owens. You're going to have to appear in person at this point. Good luck to you. Thank you.
Sorry, Your Honor.
That's all right. Reissue the warrant, Heather. Where's the civil file?
It should be on its way down.
Mr. Owens was not expected
just
to
said
go
he
that
is.
way.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm not sure if he's coming back.
Okay, they did bring it up.
I went in.
He doesn't look like he's bothered at all by that. Like, how far is it from North Dakota to Woodhaven District Court?
Did I not? All right, let's go on this. Recalling Malinowski versus Alejandro Camarena, Orozco, Israel, 260.696. Boy, did I do something with my notes? Sadie, I didn't give them to you, did I? Sadie, I didn't give you my notes, did I? Your names again. Your name.
John.
Your name.
Israel Camarena.
Your name. All right. I got to make sure. I went out and looked at the property, but you're going to have to refresh my recollection, both of you. I'm going to ask everybody here to raise your right hands. Do you solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God? Ms. Malinowski? Mr. Israel?
I do.
Ma'am? Okay.
Okay, they're all under oath.
Can you break this down for me again? I'm so sorry.
He was hired to do the kitchen remodel.
Right.
The price was $5 to do the job.
Right.
$500 down, $2,500 at the end. And between that time, he was given $4,100 for work. $900 was for the wood, for the trim.
Wait a minute. You gave him $2,500 down.
Yeah.
And then you gave him another $900, right?
$900 for supplies.
So so at that point you paid him $3,400.
Right, and then there was additional funds given in between that time, but the $900 was for moldings, wood to be burnt, and the labor we had for the wood. I have no wood, I have no stain. Actually, the stain was.
So you gave him $4,100 total?
Yes.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding. The contract was for $5,000. You gave him $2,500 down. Later you gave him $900, which was supposed to be for wood.
Moldings, stain, to burn the wood, and do the labor like putting them up.
Okay, when did you give him another $700? 25 plus 9 is 34, right?
12/21 was given $400 because the.
Of what year again?
26, 25.
Okay, you gave him $400 for what?
It was for the extra work that went underneath the sink, the pipes needed to be replaced.
Did he do that work?
Yes, he did. But when my new contractor came in, he had to refix because it was leaking, and the water line that went from the sink to the fridge that was put in was the wrong line, and it was growing mold.
Okay, let me ask you this. How much did you pay the new contractor?
$2,800.
So how much do you have into the total job? You had 25 plus 28, which is 53, plus 9, which was 62, plus 4, which was 66, right? So you have 6,600 into it. And you have it done now as you want, right?
It's functional.
As you contracted with Mr. Israel, right? The only thing that you didn't include in the initial contract that you added on was the $900. Am I right?
The $900.
And that was for the wood, molding, stain, and to have him install the wood, right?
Correct. And that was given to him on 1/13, $900. He picks it up in the.
Of 26.
Yes.
And so, but that was not included in the original contract price, correct?
No.
So honestly, I just want to make sure I'm following this correctly. Had you had Mr. Israel do everything, you would have paid him $5,900, right? And you paid him how much?
$2,500 at the start of the job.
$900 more and then $400 more.
Correct.
So you paid him 38, you paid 66 total, right?
Correct.
You're out how much?
And then there was additional receipts that added up to $315 that he did bring me the receipts for, and I paid him cash when he handed me the receipt.
So that was on top of the 3,500 or 3,800, right? So it was, you actually paid him 41.15. And how much do you think you're entitled to?
I would like, I feel that he did by placing the fridge. I feel that that was worth maybe $1,000. It had to be all replaced. The linings.
Wait. Let's just start with this. You contracted with him for $5,000. You paid another contractor $2,800, right?
Just to get us functional. We were 7 weeks without no sink, no water.
All right.
No means to cook.
But am I not correct that you should be looking at it like, all right, I paid $41.15 to Mr. Israel. I paid another $2,800 to this other contractor. Therefore, I paid $6,915. And now ask yourself, how much more did you add on from the initial contract price? Do you understand what I'm saying?
She's asking for
I'm looking at the money that I spent and gave him.
You gave him $41.15.
Right.
And you paid another contractor $2,800.
To get us functional.
Do you think you're entitled therefore to $1,915?
No, I'm saying, in my opinion, I feel that the work he did do was maybe worth $1,000 on everything else. He did place the fridge. And fix the plug.
Well, am I right? You basically hired somebody else to do Mr. Israel's work.
I did. And
you were going to pay him $5,000 to do the work, right?
Right.
So he must have done some work because you only paid the new contractor $2,800, right?
Correct. That was just to get us functional, what he left us with.
I don't know what you mean when you're saying functional. Is this work been done now between Mr. Israel and the new contractor? Listen to my question before you start to answer. Did that cover everything Mr. Israel was supposed to do for the $5,000?
Yes.
Then I'm having a hard time understanding.
We still have to finish the bar, but we are functional as far as kitchen and needs to put the stove and the lines being looked.
Did he agree to do the bar?
No. The bar was supposed to be, he was supposed to, on the layout that I turned into the court, it was supposed to come this way, and then a bar on the other side to sit at with a kitchen nook. That still has not been done. My new contractor is going to be finishing on the job.
And we went out there Monday, Mr. Israel. You didn't find any of the wood in there that you claimed that you provided for, did you?
There was part of the wood there. There was a plywood that I put underneath the fridge and also underneath the sink to raise it up.
No, but I'm talking about in the garage.
Oh, no, the
But
trim
you
was,
said that, you said you put that,
where that pile of wood was at, that's where the trim was stacked at as well. And it was stacked with a scratch.
listen to my question. When you went back there, did you see any of the supplies that you bought with the $900 sitting in the garage?
Some of it.
Was there any, ma'am?
No. That wood that was in the garage was purchased by my new contractor to put my kitchen countertops and raise the sink up.
I'm having a hard time with understanding, comprehending, I should say, why you are how you are coming to the damages. You were going to pay him $5,000.
Correct.
You paid him $41.15.
Correct.
You paid another contractor $28.
Correct.
That's $69.15.
Correct.
Assuming everything that was in your initial agreement with Mr. Israel was covered, why wouldn't you, at best case scenario, why would you only be entitled to $1,915?
No, I misunderstood the question, Your Honor. I was saying that he did do, I'm not denying that he didn't do any work. He did do work. He placed the fridge, cut the hole in the wall, and placed the fridge, and did the water lines. After he was let go, and I had to call a new contractor in to get us functional hook our sink, he discovered that the plumbing was leaking, and the line that went from the sink to the fridge was moldy. It was the wrong line initial, so he had to redo that.
Comprehend, calculate your damages and tell me how you're entitled to whatever you think you're entitled to.
It would be everything that I'd given him, the 25 plus the 9 plus the 4 and the $2,800 that I had to
plus the $315, right?
And the $315 and the additional receipts.
But you were going to pay him $5,000 to do all this, right?
Correct. That was the agreement. That's what.
Right. And now you paid $69.15. Follow me.
Correct. That was.
Why aren't you only entitled to $1,915?
I should not be entitled to $1,950. I should be entitled to the whole thing.
To what whole thing?
The $5,000 plus the $28,000 I had to spend on another contractor to get us functional.
You never paid him $5,000. You paid him $4,115.
Correct.
40.
I feel I'm entitled to at least $4,100, the money that I gave Israel.
Well, he did, but you only paid another $2,800 for the contractor to finish up the other work he was supposed to do,
it's
right?
Not finished. It is still not finished.
What isn't finished, ma'am?
It's not finished.
Was the bar supposed to be finished as part of the original contract with Mr. Israel? Do you have a quote to have the bar finished?
I turned it into the court.
Well, tell me what it is.
You didn't keep a copy?
This was the layout that was discussed on August 15th, 25.
She's got some stuff she's doing.
Ken, you gotta make sure, man, that you get things in writing. I mean, this.
It says up in the corner, the day we met, what was discussed, and that was before the plan that he drew out.
Okay, how much do you figure that it would cost to finish up the bar?
It is gonna cost me another $1,500 to have the contractor come in and finish.
Is that what the contractors provided you with an estimate of?
Yes.
So then this would cost you $84.15 to do a $5,000 job. Why'd you walk off of this? Why didn't you do this diligently? I can tell you, I remember that you did not, you were not diligent about doing it, and you didn't have any of the materials that you claimed that were going to be in the garage,
So initially, the 5,000 were for the cabinets only, just the cabinets, nothing else. The cabinets and Ayden. That was the only $5,000 that was agreed upon. No inserting the fridge, no covering up the. There was a next to the fridge. There was like a little closet, like a spice cabinet, I closed a pantry. I took the door off of there and I closed it as well. Shown right here on the picture.
You did have to close that up, Your Honor. The fridge was originally supposed to go in that space. The fridge and stove were ordered according to his measurements. When the fridge was delivered and he came to do the job the first day, I lost my bedroom closet because he miscalculated. He said, I cannot put the fridge here because of the stairwell to the basement.
Okay, tell me what you want to say, either one of you guys.
Okay, so, this was additional.
What is it? You're holding up.
The fridge getting inserted and the drywall work, tearing out the hole to put it in the fridge. I had to tear out the whole wall to insert that fridge because there was a sliding door in there. So the walls were real weak. So I had to tear everything out and reinforce it. We agreed, me and her agreed upon the police report, her son's involved in it. I don't know why, but the whole agreement was between me and her. And I specified that to her in the beginning of the contract. I only deal with one person and that's it. If you want to pay me and your husband gives me the orders, I'm good with that. But both of you giving me orders and both of you paying me, that's not going to work. So I was supposed to start on the cabinets around August. The cabinets didn't get delivered. Around December, I started doing the job. I started doing the inserting of the fridge because nothing could get done with the cabinets. Nothing was turned to her right. The cabinets were messed up. They were damaged. Whatever happened, the material wasn't there for the cabinet.
She paid you. She had to pay another contractor $2,800 in addition to the $4,115 she paid.
So the $2,500 that me and her agreed upon, I told her I will insert the fridge for you, cover that cubbyhole, and that will be for the down payment. We agreed upon that. That's not $1,000 job. Tearing out a wall, drywalling it, mudding it, framing it, passing the electrical, running the line from the bottom of the basement all the way up. That's not $1,000 job. That's a $3,000 job easily.
You're out of the.
The fact is that you breached the contract as far as I'm concerned. No. You breached the contract.
We did.
You did. You did. You did. And you didn't have the materials in the garage that you were telling me you'd put in the garage, and I don't believe that those materials were in the garage. Did you want to say something?
I did. This job would have been completed if her son didn't threaten him with a CPO.
And also giving me a firearm while I'm a gunman.
Report.
I can't be
That's why
around.
you couldn't go back.
Hang on. I can't be around weapons or people giving me weapons while they're intoxicated with something and giving a felon a weapon. I can't be doing that. I have to walk away. Either I'm going to be in prison for 5 years. I'm not losing my kids over her son coming to her house. Well, he lives there too. Going to the basement high with his cousins and trying to give me a gun to shoot his cousin.
Whoa.
That is not true, Your Honor. He was let go.
My son doesn't work there no more because my son was racially profiled by your son. He has a text message that he sent his cousin calling my son a black kid.
All right, wait a second. Wait.
Your son has that.
Wait. You guys aren't going to talk to each other. You want to talk to each other, you can go out in the hallway. You're going to address the court with your comments. Go ahead.
It just
Israel
turned it up
was
to
one
11.
police because his tools were left there. He was going back to work on the house. His tools were still there. When they got there, the police were there too. Israel met them there. He was trying to get his tools back. They said there were no tools there, right? His tools were there. Along with the police report and everything else, in them saying his tools weren't there, Trenton PD had called us 3 to 4 days later.
No, 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 weeks, somewhere around then, saying that his tools were at the station. So we went from them not having his tools to them having the tools and returning them to Trenton PD.
Not all the tools either.
But not all the tools are there.
So the receipt that she
You're
had.
not a licensed contractor, are you?
What was that?
You're not licensed.
No, I'm not.
She was aware of that.
You're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be getting anything off of these. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Can I have one more thing?
You can add whatever you want. I mean, just.
So the receipts that she has, the copies, are receipts that I paid for, and she paid me back. She reimbursed me. The receipts that I gave her without me taking pictures of were her receipts that she paid for out of her pocket. So there was no reason for me to keep take a picture of them because they were not purchased by me. With my money. They were purchased by me, but not with my money.
Anything else anybody wants to say before I make my ruling?
I would like to say something, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
The agreement that we had in August to do the job. The order for the kitchen countertops and everything to do the kitchen remodel was not even ordered from Lowe's until September. The stove and refrigerator did not come until December. My memory is correct, he started in December 12th. And that was when the fridge was placed because it wasn't even delivered until December. And the day that he was supposed to come, he did come to my house on Saturday, March 7th, and said that he couldn't do the countertops because it was raining. I said, can't you just work in the house, in the fireplace room, that's our work area. He said they had to be taken outside because they had to be put together, and because if it was raining, he didn't want them to work. But he said he would be back the next day, Sunday, the 8th, to do countertop, if weather permitted. It was beautiful all day. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and texted him around 11 a.m. Are you coming today? It is not raining. I was ghosted all day.
Okay, I've heard enough. I really have.
And that's when he was let go.
Anything else?
And then that's when I got called. I was threatened. Then I called the Trenton police and had them dispatched to their location. The police told me that my tools were in there and that there was nothing for me to get from there. I did tell her son to leave my tools on the porch. I'll pick them up. He said no. He said, if you come here, you know I have a CPL.
All right.
And I will use it.
I don't want to hear any more of this. I don't believe you complied with the contract, okay? You didn't. And I made up my mind last week that you not only breached the contract, you didn't deliver those materials. I'm going to do the best I can here. I'm awarding the plaintiff $34.15 plus $83 in filing and service, $3,498. Can you pay all of that today?
No, I can't.
How much can you pay today?
I'm not working right now. I'm temporary. I was just diagnosed with diabetes type 2. Well, not even. They don't know if it's one or two.
Well, you took the money. I'm going to expect you to pay this, and you're going to tell me when. I'll let you pay it in installments of $200 weekly. I'll tell you what, I'll make it $200 bi-weekly, and I'm going to start this on June the 8th. If as long as you comply with that, they can't garnish wages. She can't garnish wages. That's the best I'm going to do. And she could subpoena you for a creditor's exam, and it could get really ugly. So if I was you, I would figure out a way I could stick to that payment plan, and I would do so. Do you understand everything I'm saying?
Yes, but I can't. I can't drive right now.
Well, you got until June 11th. You're going to have to figure out something. You were glad to take her money and not deliver materials and not finish the job. Listen, I'm not going to quarrel about it.
But he was threatened.
Hang on.
I was threatened. I couldn't.
Hey, I made my decision. I think I made that clear. I'm not arguing with you. $200. You're going to pay $200 in that starting weekly on that date. If they don't, you can have him subpoenaed for a creditor's exam. You can make him bring all of his real estate, bond holdings, stock holdings, bank accounts, savings and checking accounts. You can make them bring everything is tax returns. They got a form
Retirement,
order.
everything.
You got to stick with this. You were wrong, period. You can't be doing this. You're not licensed. Should have been worse. I don't want to hear any more. Good luck. Abdul Samad. And go down the hall, get a copy of the judgment. This is file number 26W842475.
Sally Mae, welcome.
A and P. Your name?
Oh.
Come on up here, sir. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the A file and the B file. State your name. But you're going to plead on the A file to impeding, and they're going to dismiss the speeding and the defective equipment on file B, correct?
Correct.
To that charge of impeding, responsible or not responsible? Responsible or not responsible? To impeding traffic, you plead responsible or not responsible?
Say
You
responsible.
admit that you were impeding traffic? Thank you. 160 is your total. The
Judge's like, I
speed's
don't have time for
dismissed, and the other charge of defective equipment's dismissed. Go down the hall and pay that, and you're all set. Good luck. Syed Ahmed, 26W842027. Defendant failed to appear. Defendant's responsible is charged by default. We are going to go ahead and apply the bond to that one, Heather. Jessica Daniels, 26W841907. Defendant is responsible as charged by default. I also have Nicole Ecker, 26W842444. Defendant failed to appear and is responsible as charged by default. Timothy Jamie Whittle,
This lawyer's back. He's gonna try again.
25B1483798.
Oh, it's
B,
no case.
C. And then I also have
Three
21F
charges.
2357268.
4 charges.
Good morning, Judge and staff. John Graziani, bringing on behalf of Timothy Whittle, who's to my left. Please identify yourself, sir.
Amos, good to see you this morning.
All right, so I set a sentencing
It's almost
date on the
afternoon.
probation violation. I rescheduled that. I set a sentencing date initially, told him to clear his warrants.
Just show cause.
And I told probation officer to set 2 days court work program a day and 1 day of community service. We came back April 28th, and it was adjourned to this date. That's what I did on the possession of a controlled substance. On the false information charge, he still owes money, and he still owes on the driving on a suspend charge money. And Heather, I'm going to let you give me those fees or those amounts. And then on 972A, another driving on a suspended charge, he still owes money. And then he owes on 21F235726A, he still owes money. What are we doing here?
Judge, what's been happening is recently Mr. Whittle has gotten a job over at the RGL screw machine factory, I believe. It's a seating factory in Romulus.
It's a combination.
$50 an hour there. And in order to catch up to this, he's also gotten a job as a server in the evening as soon as he's done with the factory job at Famous Dave's. This story that he's given me of what's happened in his life is a very sad thing because he's literally sleeping in his car. It's an unbelievable story.
There's an issue in the hall.
He does have $200 to be able to bring this Friday, Judge.
The prior
Like I
plaintiff
said,
just
he's
grabbed
been
the
working at
bailiff.
Famous Dave's for the last week and a half. And in addition to that, Judge, he gives blood for about $100 a week so he can eat and put some gas in his car for people that drive him around. And
Why did you let this happen to yourself, Mr. Whittle?
I'm responsible, very
Call in Jessica, will you?
Bring in
Judge, I want you to
cops.
also realize that he pays child support to his
But what am I supposed to do, though? He didn't show up for any of the court work program days.
Explain that why didn't you show up, sir?
That was being dependent on other people. I didn't think of Paul who I wouldn't be dependent on right again because that was the only reason.
Do you have a car?
He has
Wait a minute. Slow- keep your voice up. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I have a car I can't drive, but I have people that take me to co-workers, drive my car to and from work for me.
What do you think on this one?
So he was living
Your
in his
name?
car, Jessica O'Donnell. He was living in his car the last time I talked to him. Last time we talked to him, he was doing okay with testing. My biggest concern at this point is he's missed all of his testing since the last hearing. He took a guilty plea on all of his counts on March 17th. He has since missed testing pretty much every week. The only test he appeared for was on April 10th, and it was positive for marijuana. So that's my biggest concern at this point. Prior to it, he was showing up for testing and was testing negative, but now since his last hearing, we're not showing up for any testing. As you ordered, I scheduled him for 2 days in the court work program. One was scheduled for this past Saturday, the 9th, he didn't show for. He is scheduled for this weekend as well, the 16th. I did run his record this morning. He had 17 warrants total the last time he looked. As of right now, he's got about 5 clear, and it looks like there's about 12 that are remaining.
He's got 12 active
That's what I read
warrants.
this morning.
You don't want to do this.
Chuck, he is, I know it's formal.
I mean, come on. If it was the court work and he got that straightened out, but now I told her to schedule another court work the day he didn't show up. He's not showing up to testing.
Judge, the problem that exists here is he's been dependent on these rides. They haven't been good rides for him.
Where does he live again?
He lives in his car.
I know, but whereabouts though? Is he
in
driving?
the factory parking lot in Romulus. He sleeps. He puts it in a place back there, and he sleeps in the car.
I'm gonna revoke his 7411 status and enter the conviction. I'm doing that right now.
Judge, he has, and with all due respect, he has taken steps to make it better. I know he had a ton of warrants. At least he's knocked down a few. He's knocked down 5, as Ms. O'Donnell indicated. Secondly, he will be paying $200 this Friday. Judge, this guy doesn't have 2 nickels to rub together. He is paying.
Why haven't you got you testing? Why?
It's that $27 whereas the $27.
This guy doesn't have
It's so hard to pay $27.
Well, why didn't you?
He was showing up in the past. Prior to me scheduling this violation, I didn't include any missed testing in this violation because he was showing up pretty good. Or if he did miss, he was calling me and showing up the next day. I didn't have issues with testing. But since he appeared in court, again, he's missed every week except 1 week. That's my biggest concern at this point is testing.
I want to look further at this.
Judge, it's really a very, I know.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a sentencing date down the road. I'm accepting the plea, entering the conviction, and I'm going to sentence him anew. And I'll look at everything here again. What's the sentencing date with Mr. Graziani here, Heather?
That would be, well, the next time we'll have Mr. Graziani will be that June 8th date.
Well,
the 26th, we're just doing reps. We're not doing probation. We don't have an attorney for the afternoon.
June 8th. All right, June 8th. We'll set this for what time? 8:30?
Yes.
We'll set it for June 8th at 8:30.
And we're done. Wonder why that happened. I wonder if the court lost power or something. Interesting. All right. Well, we're getting closer to our court case this afternoon. You'll be in Judge Boyd's court. We're going to take a quick look at her, see how her day is going.
All right, so the complainant is back in the household?
Yes, but when he got arrested for this case, the no contact order has been in place ever since. So he hasn't had contact with this child.
All right, so the no contact order that's in place, is that through a protective order or something else?
It's a bond condition.
Okay. And State, have you had contact with the complainant?
Yes.
And how long has he been living in the household since this incident?
I believe it was a matter of, it happened in January of 2023. He was notified that the case existed, and it was indicted in 2025. Found out about the warrant, I think it's since January, that he's been on bond and has not had contact with the kids. But between the January of 2023 And when the children were reunited by CPS with he and his wife, there was that period of time where they did not have, he was not in the home.
All right. So
Okay,
the
we're gonna bail
complainant
on
is
this
back
one.
in the home with him.
No,
You
he's
logged in.
Go up to Thurston for some civil matters.
Demetrius Ellis here.
We'll be back with Judge Boyd this afternoon
not
for a
see Demetrius
jury
Ellis.
selection
All
and
right, we'll move
manslaughter.
on. Eric Johnson.
Tesla
Not
crash
see Eric
case
Johnson. Kyle
involving
Hoxie.
alcohol.
Okay, that's apparently everyone who's logged in. And ma'am, are you here for court too? You're just to watch? Okay, fair enough.
I'm just
All right,
brought my
let's start with
popcorn.
you, Mr. Nash.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. All right, Mr. Nash, I do know the history of your case, and I've talked to Commissioner Stillwell about what's happened leading up to this too. So looking at our court file here, currently, I don't see service on Mr. Farag. So do you have any updates about that?
What?
Yeah, in the file exhibit 17, I did put the ad in the newspaper for 3 weeks.
17.
Is it our Mr. Farag?
Oh, they're not numbered. Wait a minute. See, I see the numbering system. All right. I thought they all had the same number, but no, I see where they're different numbers. I got you.
Mr. Farag is notoriously hard to get a hold of.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once
All right.
in
So
a
this ran April 14, 21, and 28.
Yep.
Okay. And Commissioner Stillwell had previously authorized, service by publication because you had done.
I got a stubby little pencil.
Oh, don't do that to us. What's wrong with the internet today, guys?
Demonstrated that
oh, here we go.
There was no effective available.
What's happening to the internet? My uplink is fine. The downlink is less fine.
Means of traditional service.
Right.
All right.
We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Rule. There being to your service by publication order by default.
Thank you.
Now that order will be the same. In other words, it'll contain the same restrictions as the temporary order. So it won't, oops, just lost everybody. Did Zoom just shut down?
I can still see you.
Oh, okay, now it's coming back. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we're back. All right. Everything just shut down all of a sudden. So. There. Okay, looks like we got it back. All right.
Great.
Okay. All right, so bear with me here a second, Mr. Nash. I'll just get this finished for you.
This is like a global
Thank you, sir.
internet outage. They're struggling. Everybody's struggling. All right, we're trying to figure out what's going on internet wise. Clearly, you can see that they're frozen, but I'm here. I'm on fiber. I'm on fiber, so Starlink is fine. My uplink is fine. See if we can bounce this a little bit. need to know about Mr. Farag. I can hear them. Their picture's just not working. And they're saying that their internet's not working right. Okay, we're gonna check the Twitterverse. I would, but my phone is dead. How did I let that happen? My phone hasn't been dead in like a year and a half. I found a cable. Someone bumped the global internet antenna, so it's no longer aligned. It's the hantavirus. That's what it is.
All right, Mr. Nash, I've issued your order. It's in effect now for the next year.
It's
And it's the exact same terms and conditions as the temporary order that was previously issued.
And do I, is that in the files if I wanted to print that out for the police or?
Yeah, it will be. I just issued it and the court clerk will process it today and it'll be sent to law enforcement for entry.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So there's
alrighty.
Do not
and it's the
contact.
same order of protection number, in other words, right? Yeah.
Protection order.
Yeah, it's just
Against
the same
Mr.
case
Farag.
number as this case has always been.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Then let's go to Mariah Martinez Kirby.
Come on, we need video here, Judge. You can't.
To Mariah Martinez Kirby.
Let's see if we can get this to work here.
There we go. All
The
right.
cameras are
Good
frozen.
morning. Okay. Can you hear me okay, Miss Martinez Kirby? Well, we're not getting any sound out of you, so I'm not sure if having your earphones plugged in is
Can you hear me now?
Yep, much better.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Martinez Kirby, I've got your petition here for the protection order against Denitris Ellis, 26-233. Yes, I did issue a temporary order back on April 29th. And I'm not seeing proof of service here.
No, that's been kind of a issue that has been happening. He has been in and out of incarceration during this time period, and I
Okay, it's definitely them.
was
on their
actually
end.
made plans with the Olympia Police to service him, and but when they got back to me that they were able to fulfill that request for me, he got incarcerated again. So last time I knew, he currently is in Nisqually right now.
Picture just won't update.
So
let's go with Judge Webster instead. I'll keep an eye on Thurston and see if their cameras catch up, but they appear to be frozen. Looks like a Pacific Northwest issue. Are we missing Mr. Gear today? I don't see him. Yeah, we've got the ACA, Joseph Baca. Judge, are you just starting your shift, or is this the end of it? Yeah, so that last guy had a restraining order against Mr. Farag. Mr. Farag didn't show up. He filed for service in the news, so he put out a wanted Mr. Farag notice in the newspaper to try to get attention to him. No response, and because he had tried everything he could do to get the notice to him, that the restraining order was continued for another. Well, not continued. It was extended for another year, which is how long they do restraining orders up there in Thurston. And I'm curious as to what caused it to start. I can imagine it was something on Mr. Farag's part. We know a little bit about him. All right. Judge is still doing paperwork. Nothing much happening there. It is nearly lunchtime. When we come back after lunch, we should have a 2:30 Eastern time, right? Is it, Josh, is it 2:30 Eastern time or is it 2:30 Texas time for Judge Boyd's start? I think it's Eastern time. Let's see. See if everything in Thurston's having the same problem. One's not live. Two's live. Let's see. This is camera 2 in Thurston, so they're having some trouble there as well. It's just black. Yeah. What's happening? Oh, there we go. There we go.
Before Mr. Stewart from.
Yeah, they're struggling. I wonder if they're under
The 2024 case, ending in 6334.
Yeah, they're struggling. What's up? What's up in Thurston, Troy? Let us know. Court 3 is still. Oh, Court 3 is back. There we go.
So, I guess is that correct?
Well, you can do that. People who are in custody can be served by corrections officials, and that's a perfectly normal and okay way to serve notice on somebody. I've also indicated on the order that I just did for you that Olympia Police Department will participate in service. So if you coordinate with them too, they may be able to help you because the city of Olympia and the Olympia Police Department have a relationship with the Nisqually jail. In other words, the Nisqually jail is the Olympia Police Department jail too.
Okay.
So if you work with them, they may be able to coordinate with you getting that order I just did out to the jail so that he can be served.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
All right. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right. See you in a couple weeks.
Right. And then the last matter I have on the calendar is Johnson versus Hoxie.
And they're once again having trouble. Yeah, this looks like a denial of service attack or something. We'll jump back to Judge Webster then.
And Smith to testify, and you can cross-examine that testimony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sorry. I thought you were asking Ryan a question.
No, I'm asking you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry.
All right. Well, if you can't hear me, let me know. Okay. All right. So at this time, are you wanting to proceed without the hearing and just go straight to the heart of these allegations?
Yes.
In other words, are you agreeing that you failed to pay as directed on your case for fines, costs, and fees?
Yes.
And are you agreeing that you failed to refrain from using illegal drugs?
At that time.
That's not true?
No, I said yes.
Okay. Specifically, are you agreeing that you provided a positive urine test on June 16th of 25 for methamphetamine, amphetamines, oxycodone, and THC?
Yes.
Whoa, we got everything.
And did you do a 2-day quick dip in jail as a sanction for that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I should have.
You showed up what?
I said I should have done the quick dip.
Oh, okay. But you told to, but you didn't show up for it?
No,
Okay,
I
that's
didn't.
That's all it needs.
It was never agreed to or signed by
Oh.
him to be set up.
Yeah, I
Judge.
never did it.
Okay, thank you. And are you agreeing that you failed to gain or maintain employment while you've been on probation?
Yes, at that time.
Okay. So you were offered a 2-day sanction, you did not do it, and then based on future future violations, you were given a 10-day jail sanction as a consequence, but did you do that one?
Judge, that's what is being requested by the state today. And that was what Mr. Smith
Oh,
was
yes,
asked
yes,
if it went to
yes.
hearing.
Okay, all right. Okay. Is anybody making you give up your hearing today, Mr. Davis?
No, Judge.
Is anyone making you stipulate or agree to these violations today?
No, Judge.
Are you stipulating or agreeing to these violations because you believe you in fact did commit these violations?
Yes, Judge.
And you understand that if you have any plea agreement with the state, the court is not bound by that agreement?
Yes, Judge.
And you understand that your probation could be revoked and you could be remanded to serve part or all of your sentence?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Case.
Okay. I find the defendant knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to hearing and entered stipulations to the violations. I find the defendant in violation of probation. Are there any recommendations for disposition, Mr. Regier?
Judge, I'm on this one, but we
I'm
do
sorry,
have
Mr.
recommendations.
She's
No
Yes.
worries.
Just used to her
Your
gear.
Honor, at this time, the recommendation is going to be to revoke probation and then have the defendant serve a 10-day jail sanction. There's going to be also a recommendation to add a condition once that 10 days is served, reinstate probation. And then also a recommendation to add a condition to obtain a drug and alcohol evaluation and comply with all recommendations. I do believe probation will need to be extended 1 year from today as well. Finally, Your Honor, if the court is going to adopt that, I believe the defendant is going to be request that those 10 days be served on weekends for employment purposes. State's position on that is just to leave that in the court's discretion.
Mr. Patterson?
And Mr. Baco was close on most of it, but there are a few things I did want to clarify on. Judge, before I do that, though, I did want to inquire. This morning, I did send email out to court and counsel and Mr. Smith a copy of the treatment reports concerning my client's drug and alcohol treatment. I just wanted to see if the court had seen that email and those treatment reports.
Okay, that one's not for him. I do have one that you gave me today, but not for this defendant. Let me look just a little further.
I got reached out to do a
Yes,
a
I do
survey-
have that.
survey for
And I'll
YouTube.
be referring to that, Your Honor. I don't know if the court wants to take time to read it first or allow me to make comments on it.
And I get paid for the survey, so I like to do them.
Well, let me get it called up here.
Their available time is 4 a.m. in the morning.
It's in an unusual format, isn't it?
It is. The counselor just printed off their notes of their counseling so that the court can see exactly what her thoughts are during this, basically sessions and stuff.
All right. I think I can read along as you proceed if you wish.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, my client has already obtained the evaluation, is actively involved in intensive outpatient treatment. Intensive outpatient treatment for him is 3 times a week and approximately about 3 hours each time that he's in it. I think from reading this report, it appears he's very invested in that treatment, is wanting to really make this be successful for him going forward in his life. I can tell the court within this treatment list, one of the things that addresses is his employment. And what is in here is that there was discussion by the treatment provider and my client about the importance of drug and alcohol treatment to be successful in employment also. So they were working on this treatment and making it the priority in order to him be successful to get a job later and keep a job versus not keep a job. That is in the report. So I point that out to the court because I know employment is also an issue, but it sounds like his treatment is really a major focus for him to get himself in a position where he'd be successful in everything, including his employment. We're asking the court to consider the weekends for those 10 days so that he can continue in treatment. Again, that's 3 times a week, 3 hours each time, and he doesn't want to lose time in treatment. He wants to be successful in that. So in order to help him keep his treatment appointments, we would ask the court to consider 5 weekends from 7 p.m. Friday to 7 p.m. Sunday as that sanction, and that he be ordered to continue with this treatment as a part of his probation. Judge, one last thing. In talking with Mr. Smith and Mr. Baca this morning in breakout room, Mr. Smith had suggested that rather than the probation be extended for 1 whole year, that it be extended to the same date that Mr. Davis has on another case that Mr. Smith is supervising him on. He's also on another case, and that other case has an end date of September 19, 2026. Mr. Smith had requested that this case be extended to September 19, 2026 also, so that the cases run together that he's managing, and that maybe it could be completed by that time from my client's point of view also. So as far as an extension, Judge, we would ask it be extended to September 19, 2026. Nothing further, Judge.
So you're suggesting 4 years or 4 months?
That's what Mr. Smith had suggested in our breakout room. And he can clarify that if I'm wrong. If I got that wrong, Judge, I'll
okay.
Eat my words.
All right. How about that, Mr. Smith? What's your thinking that they only have 4 more months on this?
Yes, Your
That is
Honor.
your position.
That is my position, Your Honor. And I took that position simply to make it easier to manage both cases. I believe if he is invested in his treatment program, 4 months should be plenty of time for him to complete such a program.
And Judge, that should be on the report, has expected discharge date June 22nd. So if he maintains the way he's going right now, he should be graduating from his treatment also by then.
What is the state's position?
Judge, as I usually do in most show cause cases, if that's what CSO Smith is fine recommending, that would be my recommendation as well.
Obviously, Your Honor, if there's any additional violations of probation, I would be bringing the case back in front of the court.
All right, the defendant's probation in BU 2024 TR 2014 is hereby revoked. The defendant
Now we get the
will
quick dip.
serve as a jail sanction 10 days. His probation is modified to proceed throughout September 19th, 2026. The defendant is ordered to serve the 10-day jail sanction on weekends to cover employment and treatment or treatment. Mr. Patterson, I wasn't clear. Did you say he wants to check in at 5 or 7 on Friday and get out at 5 or 7 on Sunday?
7 p.m., Your Honor, please.
All right, 7 p.m. to 7 p.m. Friday and through Sunday. That's probably 5 weekends or until he gets his jail time completed. It may not be quite that. But when are we going to start this, Mr. Davis? Are you going to start it this weekend, this Friday?
Yeah.
What's
I can start
that?
it this Friday. I said I can start it this Friday.
So the 15th of May 15th, am I doing my math right? All right, now you make sure that you don't violate any laws during this period of time. No alcohol, no illegal drugs. Make sure you go to all your treatment, all your work. And do your best not to violate, because I don't want to have to see you come back here and serve all your time, but that can happen.
Yes, I know. I don't want it to end up that way. I really don't.
All right. Is there anything else we need to address, counsel?
Judge, I just want to clarify for the journal entry, as far as the state's request, which I understand he may have already obtained an evaluation, is there a new modification just for him to complete current treatment, or was the court not ordering any modification on that part?
Well, Mr. Smith, that looks like a pretty recent evaluation. Do you want him to do another one or just comply with this one?
Your Honor, I would just ask he comply with this new evaluation. At the time of writing the warrant, it was some time ago. And at that time, he was not involved in any kind of drug and alcohol treatment and had not completed an evaluation. So I think it's appropriate for him to continue in the current program that he's in.
All right, that will be the order, Mr. Buck, and if you journalize, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, we will.
All right, if there's nothing further, and Mr. Davis, you know when Mr. Baca wants to see you next?
No, I do not.
Mr. Baca, I don't mean Mr. Baca.
Ryan Smith.
Ryan Smith, yes, I have this thing with names. Mr. Smith?
Your Honor, if he could call me immediately following the hearing today, I would appreciate that.
All right, and you do know Mr. Smith's number, Mr. Davis?
Yes, I do. I have it on my phone.
All right, Mr. Baca, you don't need him to call you, right?
I think I'll be okay, Your Honor, if he just calls Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith, very good. All right, thank you all. We'll be in recess. Mr.
Thank
Davis,
you, Your Honor.
excused. Mr. Smith, you're excused. You're welcome. And
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And I think we're ready for another defendant.
Ms. Mill, did you have any other matters?
I do, Your Honor. Next, I can call Mr. Michael Goodwin. He is present in the courtroom, I believe.
Sorry, I was just checking on Thurston.
Are you ready for any more yet?
Judge, on Edward Marsh, I just want to make sure the court has seen the drug and alcohol evaluation that was emailed. It was for purposes of a DUI plea.
I did see that when I was looking for the other one a while ago, so I know I do have that. You want to take him up now?
That'd be fine, Judge.
All right, let me get that back up here.
And Mr. Aguirre, you saw my notes on that one. I assume that's acceptable.
One moment, Your Honor.
Yeah, you gotta make the bill cards for people that oh for two.
Waiting for the judge, who's crowded around me. Sorry, I'll move, Judge. I see you're leaning over so you can be seen. I should have paid attention to that. I will definitely move out of your space. My apologies. Here we go. There we go. You can sit up now, Judge. There you go. My apologies. Wasn't paying attention. Mr. Aguirre is back.
Your Honor, the state is largely prepared to proceed in this matter, although it would appear that recently a notice of intent was filed with an attached document suggesting that KBI restitution may be a factor in this case. I don't know if that changes the outcome of today's hearing or not.
As far as the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, and it's statutory, so it really doesn't change anything.
In that event, Your Honor, the state is prepared to proceed.
Please do so.
Judge, I would announce this time that Mr. Marsh will be entering a plea.
I'm sorry, I misled you. I don't think I've gone on the record yet in this. On the record in BU 2026 CR 50, State of Kansas versus Edward Allen Marsh. Please announce appearances.
Deborah Mitchell on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson, I'm here on behalf of Edward Marsh. Mr. Marsh does appear personally from Courthouse Security 1 video station Judge, I would announce this time Mr. Marsh will be entering a plea of guilty to DUI, count 1, Class B, non-person misdemeanor. State's agreed to dismiss the remaining charges.
And I'm sorry, say that again. He's pleading to which one?
Count 1, Your Honor, Class
Yep.
B, misdemeanor DUI.
Oh, wait, now I'm showing count 1, possession of marijuana for Mr. Marsh.
No, I got the counts mixed up, Judge, but it is to the DUI charge he's pleading to, and the rest being dismissed.
And Your Honor, the state's information is count 1 of the information does allege DUI, a Class B non-person misdemeanor, with count 2 being possession of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia for count 3.
All right, well, the summary had them different. I don't know why the computer summary is different. They usually mirror what the information says, but the ticket may have come in first, and as we all know, the ticket lists them differently sometimes. All right, so Mr. Marsh, you are where?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I understand that you're going to enter a plea to count 1 DUI. Is that your intention?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is anyone making you enter this DUI plea today by any threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if I accept your plea, you'll be found guilty having given up your right to a trial?
Yes.
And you won't be able to appeal the conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now this count 1 is charged in a lot of alternatives. Mr. Patterson, is there a particular alternative he wants to plead to on that count 1?
First alternative, Your Honor, with the breath test that is listed in that first alternative.
All right, now, the first accusation above the words "or" in the alternative.
Judge, it would be that he did operate a motor vehicle while his alcohol concentration in breath was above the legal limit of 0.08, to wit, 0.201.
All right, I thought that's what you meant, but you could technically say the first alternative is the second allegation. So just making sure. Thank you, Mr. Patterson. All right, back to you. Back to you, Mr. Marsh. The first alternative reads, on or about the first day of February 2026 in Butler County, Kansas, Edward Allen Marsh did operate or attempt to operate a motor vehicle while the alcohol concentration in such person's blood or breath, as shown by any competent evidence, was 0.08 or more, to wit, 0.201 BAC. Is that what you're pleading guilty to, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you believe you did in fact do as that charge reads?
Yes, ma'am.
And you did that somewhere here in Butler County? Do you remember where?
Yes, ma'am. It was on Northwest 30th Street in Potland.
Okay. And you agree your BAC was 0.201 at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
That's above the legal limit.
All right.
By
I find the
0.12.
defendant has knowingly and voluntarily entered this plea of guilty and is guilty. I find him guilty of count 1.
0.08 is generally the.
And I do have an alcohol and drug evaluation. So, counsel, we're ready to proceed to sentence. Is that right?
Court's leisure, Your Honor.
The court's leisure.
Recommendations?
Mr. Regier got a nice haircut.
Your Honor, pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is recommending the minimum fine required by law for a Class B DUI of $750, that the court impose appropriate court costs and determine attorney's fees, as well as assess appropriate KBI restitution. The state would further recommend a suspended jail sentence of 6 months, subject to a year of reporting probation, all standard conditions, including a $60 probation fee, that the defendant be ordered to comply with all recommendations of the drug and alcohol evaluation, complete a DUI victim panel, and any other orders the court may deem appropriate.
Mr. Patterson?
Judge, we'd ask the court to adopt the recommendations. I am court appointed in this case.
Very well, thank you. All right, Mr. Marsh, where do you work?
I'm on disability, ma'am.
And what do you make per month on your disability?
I think it comes to a total of $1,014.
And are you married or single?
Single?
You support any minor children legally?
No.
You pay rent or mortgage payment each month?
Yes.
How much per month?
$500 a month.
And your utilities?
It's all included.
Okay. Any other expenses?
Not as of this time, no.
No utilities, no car payments, no telephone payments or insurance?
Well, I have telephone, yes.
How much is it per month?
$62 a month.
Okay. Well, I'm going to waive your attorney fees, but you are going to have to pay a $750 fine, 108 court costs, $400 KBI fees, and $60 supervision fee. So with your income being disability, you're going to have a tough time there to keep on track.
Is there any way I could pay like $100 a month?
I can approve payments of a 1/12 per month, with your first payment due June 11th of 2026. I think that comes to about $100 a month, pretty close to it. And then you'll have a 12th due on the same day of each month thereafter. Probation will have some discretion on that amount, but that's the order at this time. Your sentence is 6 months, but that will be suspended provided that you successfully complete a 1-year reporting probation. You will have to report to the 13th Judicial District Court Services Office for supervision and report as they tell you to. Your first report will be as soon as this hearing is over, just to walk down to their office and then to follow any instructions they give you. All standard probation conditions will apply, and probation will go over those with you so that you make sure you understand, such as a reasonable curfew, travel restrictions, and a list of other things. Specifically, you are to have no alcohol, no illegal drugs on this probation, which will be for a year. The probation is for a year. If you get it revoked for violations, then you're going to serve 6 months in jail. Do you have any questions about that, what I just said?
No, Your Honor. I don't need to write that.
All right, so continuing on with your probation conditions. You're not to go around bars, liquor stores. You're not to be hanging around people that are having parties with this stuff available. You're to stay away from it.
Okay.
You are required to complete the recommendations in your drug and alcohol evaluation, which includes enrolling in and completing a 48-hour educational class, that is Alcohol Safety Action Program or equivalent, and enroll in outpatient treatment program following the recommendations of the treatment provider. So do you have any questions about your probation at this time?
No, ma'am.
It's the
Counsel, have I missed anything that I need to address?
Your Honor, the state had recommended pursuant to plea negotiations that the defendant be ordered to complete a DUI victim panel.
And I thought I said that. If I didn't, please include that in the journal entry, Mr. McGeer. I may have just
Nothing from the state.
Yes, that's a very important factor. Mr. Patterson, anything further?
Nothing further, Judge.
Very well, then we'll be in recess on Davis, but Mr. Davis, you are to go down to probation right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
Deborah Mitchell.
That wasn't Mr. Davis, was it? I called him Davis, but that was
Mr. Marsh.
Yeah, that was Mr. Marsh. I thought he looked at me kind of funny. Davis was my show cause. Sorry, Mr. Marsh.
Hello.
It'd be funny
All
if
right,
Mr.
who did you
Frog just
say
showed up
this
in
is?
Kansas.
Deborah Mitchell.
Yeah. Deborah Mitchell.
Deborah Mitchell. All right. We are on the record in 2025 TR 2666, State of Kansas versus Deborah Lynn Mitchell. Please announce appearances.
Jared here on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Deborah Mitchell. Miss Mitchell does appear personally from Courthouse Security One video station. Judge, I'm going to be fairly quick on this. Miss Mitchell has been accepted in diversion program. She just has to sign the diversion agreement and pay that.
Which she's ready to do.
Her plan is to walk over to my office after court to get a printed out copy of her diversion so that she can sign it and then pay her money. My office will be closed at noon, so I was wanting to make sure she got over here before then.
All right, Mr. Regier, anything further?
Your Honor, the state does not believe it is in a position to add anything further at this time.
Very well. This matter is continued to July 27 at 9 a.m. to make sure she does everything she's supposed to on that today and in the future. If she's signed up on diversion, she, of course, won't need to be here at that time, Mr. Patterson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Selena, that's
all right,
awesome.
Miss Mitchell, you may go at this time.
We are proud of you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And that's all I have here at the courthouse, Your Honor.
Okay. We'll take up Melissa Peters on the record in BU 2025 TR 2839, State of Kansas versus Melissa Dawn Peters. Ms. Peters, please start your audio and video. And counsel, please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Melissa Peters. Miss Peters does appear via Zoom audio visual. There she is. Judge, this is a case where we are working diligently to get things resolved and get me paperwork that would show that she's resolved certain things. So we're asking the court to allow it to be set over one additional time. She's made great strides, just one extra thing to do, and we will be in a position to resolve it completely.
Mr. Regier, comments, if any?
Your Honor, this is a case where it would appear that the first appearance was conducted February 18th, at which time the court did appoint counsel to the case for the limited purpose of this being the one subsequent hearing to the initial first appearance. In this case, the state does not oppose setting this matter over.
This matter is continued then at the request of the defendant to July 27 at 9 a.m. Ms. Peters is continued on her $500 surety bond posted December 3rd, 2025 with all existing conditions and the added condition that she reappear July 27, 9 a.m. by Zoom. If there's nothing further, we'll be in recess and Ms. Peters will be excused from today's hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. We'll now take up Miranda Hurt on the record in BU 2025 CR 31, State of Kansas versus Miranda Lynn Hurt. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Miranda Hurt. Ms. Hurt does appear personally via Zoom audio visual. Judge, this is a case two cases, Judge, that we're working on trying to get resolution. Ms. Norris and I have been in discussions, and then last week a new issue came up that we hadn't dealt with previously, and it's causing a little bit of problems, but I think we can get to a resolution still. We're just not ready for it today. Would ask the court for one additional continuance.
Well, first appearance was March 7th of the year 2025, and we've had numerous misdemeanor controls since then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is at least the 6th. The continuance would be the 7th. At one point, she'd asked for a jury trial.
And
Apparently,
we were set in February for jury trial. Miss Norris and I were working towards a resolution, and if it was only that issue, we would have been there. But again, this last week, a new issue that greatly affects the disposition came up, and we need to get that one sorted out to have a final resolution, Judge.
is there a new charge?
No, Judge, it has to do with requested restitution for a witness that was in the thousands, but I think we're kind of working that down to where it's acceptable.
Okay. Well, Jennifer, I don't have another date until July 27. Is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So if I seal it over, it's going to be for a while, gentlemen. Mr. Regier, you don't have a problem setting that till July 27th?
Your Honor, if the courts find this is a defense request for continuance, the state does not oppose setting this matter over. I have been briefed by my colleague, Ms. Norris, as to the recent matters indicated on the record by counsel for the defense.
All right, this is continued at the defendant's request to July 27 at 9 a.m. Defendant is ordered to reappear at that date and time with counsel ready to proceed. That is a condition added to the $2,500 surety bond that she posted April 28th, 25. And all conditions will continue that exist at this time, plus that added one. Anything further from anyone?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
That's all we've got, Judge.
All right, we'll be in recess at this time. Miss Knight, you are excused from, I'm sorry, not Miss Knight, Miss Hurt.
Thank you.
My eyes are getting crisscrossed on these docket lists again. Miss Hurt, you must come back at that date and time, otherwise you're excused from today's hearing.
Is that via Zoom or in person?
Zoom again.
Zoom. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr.
All right,
Regier, it's
now,
good
Nicholas
to see you.
Knowles
And your haircut.
on the record in
I think it's time for lunch,
2026
though.
CR 64, State of Kansas versus Nicholas Eugene Knowles. Please announce appearances.
Deborah Mitchell on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appear on behalf of Nicholas Knowles, who does appear personally via Zoom audio-visual. Judge, this is a case where I'm asking the court to rescind the order of appointment given the income range for Mr. Knowles, which was provided to the court through a domestic relations affidavit. Mr. Knowles has another case that is set July 20 and would ask that if the court does allow me to withdraw, that this case also be set to July 20 so both cases are together, and his plan would be to hire counsel and have counsel with him at that time. Lastly, Judge, in talking with Mr. Knowles today, he did have a request that the court consider bond modification. As the court knows, because I provided documents, there is a divorce going on. That divorce does have children involved. They do have a parenting plan set up through that court order, and he is asking the court to allow communication that is by electronic form that would only be about the kids and not about any other issues. That he is making that request here today, Your Honor, to modify it to allow that kind of communication.
Between himself and the alleged victim?
Yes, the mother of the kids who is in the divorce also, yes.
All right. Mr. Regier, your response?
Your Honor, I cannot speak as to the issue of whether or not the defendant should be granted court-appointed counsel in this matter, so I will not take a position on that issue. Insofar as modifying the no contact order in this case, state's information is that the Judge Crum at the February 23rd first appearance hearing did specifically order no contact with the victim, but it would appear that contact with a child in common was permitted. The state would object to any additional modification concerning the no contact order. State's information is that there is another case involving the same defendant, 26 CR 134. The information in that case appears to allege two violations of violation of protective order, Class A person misdemeanor in February and March of this year, and both of them appear to refer to both the current case and the victim in the current case as well.
At this time, this matter is continued. Is that July 20th case? Is that with me?
Yes, Judge.
Yes,
That is the state's information, Your Honor.
All right. This case 26 CR 64 will be continued to July 20th at 9 a.m. We'll hear both cases together. I am not going to modify the contact orders at this time. Anything else we need to address?
And does the court rescind the orders of appointment for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Court-appointed counsel is rescinded.
And Your Honor, is that in both cases, the state's information is in the 26 CR 134 case, there is an order or
Yes, Mr. Regier.
counsel with respect to Counsel Patterson there as well.
Yes, absolutely, due to ineligibility.
Can I get that case number, Your Honor?
Counsel, if you'd give that to her again, the other one that's set for July 20th.
Yes, Your Honor, that case would appear to be 26 CR 134 by the state's information.
Okay, now, Mr. Knowles, if you want counsel, go out and get an attorney and have that attorney ready July 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Go this time. Continue on your bond. We'll now take up Lamera on the record in 2024 CR 450, State of Kansas versus Brian Odell Lamera. Please announce appearances.
Jared McGee on behalf of the state.
Brian,
Your Honor, Darren Patterson
did we disrupt
here on
something?
behalf of Brian Lamera, who does appear personally via Zoom audio visual. Judge, this is a case that was on jury trial docket last. It was continued, and rather than set it back on for jury, we set it over to this date as basically a holding place. The state and I were discussing, Ms. Norris and I, was that there are other cases that we were reviewing, and also this is a situation where my client has filed documents that would suggest his identity was stolen. This was not him. We were trying to sort that out. We're not quite there yet, Judge, so the defense would be asking for another continuance, would ask for the July 27 date, Judge.
Mr. Regier.
It wasn't
No
me.
objection if the court is fine. This is defense request for continuance as well as continuing the prior bond subject to all pre-existing conditions.
And Judge, I know when I spoke with Mr. Lamera, he did mention he wanted to address the court personally.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if he still does, but I just bring that up since.
Fine.
Let's hear it.
Mr. Lamera, did you have something you wanted to say or not?
I need, like, I'm requesting it partial of my bond be released. I have issues with my house that I'm trying to get taken care of. I need like $800. Is there any way the court can modify my bond?
He wants a loan from his bond?
I haven't missed court and I haven't been in trouble.
You posted a cash bond of $2,500 on February 4th of 2025, and it's part of that $2,500 you're wanting released to you?
I can get by with like $400.
Mr. Regier.
I don't even need the full $8.
State's position, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, it would appear that previously bond was successfully executed in the amount of $2,500 cash. Based off a cursory review of the bond, it would appear that that may have been executed on or about February 4th of 2025. State's information is that at least one time prior to that, and possibly subsequent, there was a failure to appear before Chief Judge Rickey. So the state would respectfully suggest that the prior bond, as previously ordered and as successfully met by the defendant in this case, should be maintained.
Can I comment on that, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
The court has documents showing that I called in after I was arrested, and that when we met for the first time, they brought this up to you, that they have record of telling me that if I sent my identity theft report, that I wouldn't have to worry about coming in, and that's the only reason I missed court. And it's documented in the court or the receptionist's computer. Because when I got picked up on that warrant, she went to bat for me.
Who is she?
I can't remember her name. I just know she works in the district court office in Butler.
So, Mr. Regia, the state objects to modifying the bond?
The state does object for the reasons stated on the record, Your Honor.
And for the reasons stated, the court will deny the modification of the bond. The bond remains as is. Nothing further. Will be in recess at this time. Did we give him the July 27th date?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe so.
Is that what you're showing, Jennifer? July 27, 9 a.m. to return?
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Okay, thank you. We'll be in recess. Mr. McCamera, you're excused from today's hearing. We'll now be on the record in 2026 CR 66, State of Kansas versus Carly K. Meyer. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regia on behalf of the state.
Your Honor, Darren Patterson appearing on behalf of Carly Meyer, who does appear personally via Zoom audio visual. Judge, I would announce at this time, pursuant to plea negotiations, my client will be entering a plea of no contest to counts 1, 2, and 3. States agreed to dismiss the remaining charges.
No contest to counts 1, counts 2, count 3, and dismiss anything remaining. All right, Mr. Regia, that's your agreement?
Your Honor, this is a case that appears to have been previously filed by my colleague, Ms. Norris. If I may request a brief 2-minute recess.
Very well.
2 minutes.
Thank
Start
you,
your
Honor.
watches. This lady, Carly, just seems not bothered by the fact she's in court. Just the... She's just like, yeah, whatever. All right, we're going to go to lunch here in just a minute when this is over. We'll give Mr. Aguirre the full 2 minutes to read up on the file. When we come back from lunch, we're going to be going down to San Antonio, Texas, where Judge Boyd has a trial that is going to begin jury selection. This trial involves a manslaughter charge, a vehicular manslaughter, with a drunk driver in a Tesla who fled the scene, and there may also have been firearms involved. So it's really a little bit complicated. It's happened a couple years ago, so this is about 3 years ago, which is usually, that's about the right time for manslaughter and murder charges to work their way through the system. And we are, well, although he's entitled to plead any time as long as the judge allows it, we think this one's going to go through. So you can't smell manslaughter without laughter. Yeah. I'm not sure if those are face tattoos or henna, or I don't know, they could be temporary tattoos for all I know. I can't tell the difference. I mean, unless they're just barely applied. If they're real tattoos, you can see the the skin all red and everything. Okay, give Mr. Regier a couple more seconds. Get everything together. Here we go. He's back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Where's she?
You're welcome.
Your Honor, in response to the court's inquiry, upon successful entry of a plea to counts 1, 2, and 3, the state would move to dismiss the remaining counts.
All right, we're back on the record in BU 2026 CR 66, State of Kansas versus Carly K. Meyer. All parties as before. Jared Regier for the state, Darren Patterson for defendant, Carly K. Meyer, who also appears in person. Ms. Meyer, your attorney says that plea agreement is no contest to counts 1, 2, and 3, and the rest will be dismissed. And the state has just confirmed that before we went on the record. Is that your understanding of your plea agreement with the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go over those and make sure you understand what it is that you're doing. By pleading no contest, do you mean that you're not admitting the charges, but you don't want to deny them and take them to trial either?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone making you enter these no contest pleas today by threat or promise?
No. No, ma'am.
And count 1 is criminal restraint. How do you plead to that one?
No contest.
Count 2 is interference with law enforcement by obstructing, resisting, opposing a misdemeanor warrant, service, or execution. How do you plead to that?
No contest.
And count 3 is battery, physical contact done in a rude, insulting, angry manner. How do you plead to that one?
Whoa.
No contest.
I bet there's some
Mr.
police
Regier, yes?
footage of that.
For
one.
purposes of the court accepting no contest plea, count 2 does allege that the defendant ignobly obstruct an officer in the discharge of any official duty, and count 3 does charge as an class C non-person misdemeanor attempted battery.
Okay, once again, the computer is showing those different penalties. Let me, Jennifer, does that need to be changed any by the clerk or anything? You see what I'm saying over there on the summary page?
One moment, Your Honor. Let me check this.
The information alleges A on count 1, A on count 2, and C on 3. But then again, okay, never mind.
Your Honor, I believe it was the way that it was filed.
Paperwork.
So the county attorney need to change that?
That would be on Mr. Regier.
Is that right?
Or the
Or
replacement
was
for
it,
Mr.
it was a
Regier.
computer glitch? Did the computer do it?
The computer and Mr. Regier are one.
I think it was the way it was put in. I think it would need at least 10
What are we looking
amendments.
at? What are we looking up at? Is that like a curtain?
I can't change it without
tied
it,
into
but
a
I do
knot?
see where the issue was.
Your Honor, as the states understand, the negotiated plea offer does contemplate a dismissal of multiple charges. The state has no objection to filing an amended information to accurately reflect the negotiated plea in this matter.
Well, let's make sure that I understand. She's pleading to criminal restraining class 1. Is that correct?
That it does appear to be what count one of the information reflects, Your Honor.
And she's pleading no contest to interference with law enforcement in count 2, correct?
Again, Your Honor, that does seem to be what's charged on count 2 of the information.
And battery on count 3.
Again, Your Honor, count 3 of the information does appear to allege attempted battery, a Class C person.
Oh, attempted. Well, that sure didn't go into the computer as an attempt. So yes, if you'll get those all cleaned up, Mr.
Fix it,
Aguirre,
computer.
you and your staff.
Very good, Your Honor.
All right, so with that being an attempted battery, do you still wish to plead no contest, Ms. Meyer? Ms. Mayer?
Yes,
she's zoned out.
All right, Mr. Aguirre, you have a factual basis to support these 3 no contest, please?
Yes, Your Honor. If I may address each one individually.
Yes, please.
Your Honor, where this case proceeded to trial, the state's evidence would show that law enforcement was dispatched to a particular residence in Benton, Butler County, Kansas on February 21st, 2026, giving this court jurisdiction. Later on the affidavit, it does appear to allege that the victim was called over to the defendant's residence. Ultimately, the defendant took the victim's multiple items belonging to the defendant and would not let her leave the residence. Further on, it would also appear where this case proceeded trial that the state's evidence would show that the defendant also blocked the front door of the residence, thereby preventing the victim from leaving. It would also, the state's evidence would further show that the defendant attempted to hit the victim with a device used for the ingestion of drugs, but missed and struck a television, which I believe that would cover a factual basis for counts 1 and 3, the criminal restraint and the attempted battery, respectively. With respect to count 2, the interference with law enforcement, pursuant to paragraph 17 of the affidavit, it is alleged in the state's evidence would show that the defendant physically resisted a lawful arrest by law enforcement by pulling away and attempting to return to the residence.
Yeah, somebody made some choices.
The court finds the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily entered no contest pleas to counts 1, 2, and 3. The court finds the state has provided factual basis to support each of those no contest pleas. The court finds the defendant guilty of counts 1, 2, and 3. The court finally dismisses any remaining counts on motion of the state for plea agreement. We'll proceed to sentencing recommendations, Mr. Regier.
Yes, Your Honor. Pursuant to plea negotiations, the state is recommending a controlling sentence of 12 months, specifically concurrent 12-month sentences on counts 1 and 2, and a 30-day concurrent sentence for count 3, as it is charged as a Class C misdemeanor. The state would further be recommending a 12-month reporting probation with court services, subject to all standard conditions, including no contact with the victim. The state would further be recommending that the defendant be ordered to complete an appropriate mental health assessment and comply with all recommendations, consume no alcohol or drugs, that the court assess all appropriate costs and fees, make a determination as to attorney fees. However, the state is not recommending any fine on all 3 of the counts, nor is the state seeking restitution in this matter.
All right. No contact with the victim, and a mental health assessment. And did you want a drug and alcohol assessment, or just no use of alcohol and drugs?
Your Honor, the state's information is that drug and alcohol evaluation was not discussed during the plea negotiations, so the state does not make that recommendation. Merely no drugs or alcohol, as the state understands would be customary to this kind of probation.
Was alcohol involved in this incident? Would your testimony show that?
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
You had 2 minutes, sir.
Your Honor, again, pursuant to paragraph 21 of the affidavit and the basis of count 3, the state's evidence would show that the defendant attempted to hit the victim with a vape device, which the state understands to be a device commonly used for the ingestion of drugs.
She's falling asleep.
Or tobacco.
So it was just a standard pipe. It wasn't anything.
It's a vape you get at a convenience store for tobacco, Judge.
I'm sorry, I see. Okay. A vape. Okay.
Commonly includes THC.
All right, Mr. Patterson, anything further before sentence?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Miss Meyer, do you work?
No, ma'am. I don't have a job right now.
Is it Mayer or Meyer? How do you pronounce it?
Meyer.
Meyer.
How do you afford
Okay,
your
how
corn
long has it been
tickets?
since you had a job?
It's been, I don't know, a couple months.
What kind of work did you used to do a couple months ago?
Fast food.
Okay. Do you intend to go back to work anytime soon?
Yes. I'm trying to. Yep.
Married or single?
Ma'am,
Are you married or single?
I'm single.
Do you have any minor children that you legally support?
No.
All right. Well, on count 1, your sentence is 12 months in jail. On count 2, your sentence is 12 months in jail. On 3, your sentence is 30 days in jail. All of those sentences will run concurrently. I will grant a 12-month reporting probation to be supervised by court services. They are probably closed for lunch right now, but as soon as this hearing is over and as soon as they're back from lunch, you better be on the phone getting an appointment set up at 316-32.
867-5309.
All standard probation conditions will apply. 316-322.
Have a pencil ready. 867-5309.
4153. 4153.
And I'm calling them to do what?
To go to jail.
To tell them.
I'm calling them to do what?
To report for probation.
Okay. Okay.
And you can write down all standard conditions, and they'll know what those are, and they can go over those with you. All standard conditions, plus special conditions, no contact with the victim, and you know who I mean, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
The one you missed with the vape
And
device.
I'm going to order a mental health assessment and a drug and alcohol evaluation. You're going to have to pay for those.
And Judge, could I interrupt? I'm sorry.
Yes.
The state was not recommending a drug and alcohol evaluation, and it was a vape pen. I didn't know if the court meant to order the drug and alcohol.
I thought about it. I think I do just to make sure.
Okay.
If there's a problem. You're welcome. Thank you. You'll have to pay for those evaluations and comply with their recommendations.
Or else you do a year in jail.
Well, I'm not finding where I wrote down the amount. Did you recommend fines on these, Counselor? I thought you did.
State did not recommend any fines or restitution pursuant to plea negotiations, merely all costs that may be appropriate that the court may determine, including a $60 probation fee.
All right. So no fines. Focus on getting those evaluations. But you do have to pay court costs, which I believe are $158, but the clerk will tell you for sure. And I'll waive your attorney fees. There's no KBI fees, are there, Mr. Regier? There is a $60 supervision fee, so $158 and $60 for sure. Anything else we need to address?
Your Honor, based off of a cursory review in response to the court's inquiries, the state is not in receipt of documentation to suggest that KBI restitution would be appropriate in this matter.
All right, no restitution to the victims, no KBI. Mr. Patterson, is there anything else we need to address?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Meyer, be sure and call them as soon as you can. And we'll be in recess. You're welcome. We'll be in recess at this time. Ms. Meyer is excused from today's hearings.
All right. With that, we're going to, we're going to stay here. We're going to go to lunch because we have to come back in about an hour with Judge Boyd with the jury selection for this Tesla manslaughter trial. Now, before you get all excited, Tesla there's no indication that this was under autopilot. That this was a intoxicated driver, and so we're not going to have Elon Musk. It's Musk CTV. We're not going to have Elon hounding us, but we also probably shouldn't put Tesla in the title. So, all right, take a nap during lunch. Why? If I take a nap during lunch, I won't come back after. I can't do that. All right, but one of our cars has been repaired. That's awesome. We have both of them in the shop, including the new one, because we're putting some new tires on the one we just bought, new to us. I'm going to call it Trident. I'm going to call it Trident. So, yes, Greeners, the new car is Trident. It's actually a nice car. It's all leather interior, pretty cool, all-wheel drive, nice, fancy stuff. All right. Could be any car, but this is our car. It's very unique. Finally, lunch. I just want to take a moment and say just a shout-out. A lot of you have shared either, in more private settings or on the stream here today, that today or this last few days have been anything but what you would want to have happen, with either some rough news for yourself or a friend. Just know that I appreciate you sharing that with me, and that I'll include you in our prayers. We're praying for you and for either healing or hope or just understanding, as the case may be. So thank you all, and thank you for the support you guys give each other. You guys you're amazing. This is I call it the best place to watch true crime, but this is the best place to find a friend on the internet. So we're not trying to take over Tinder or anything, but this is an amazing little corner of the internet, and it's because of you guys. So I just want to thank you all for that. All right, yes, a real Pixel family here. I like that term, Legally Blonde. Thank you. All right, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe. So we'll have again this afternoon. We will be doing the jury selection with Judge Boyd in a trial that's going to be interesting, I think. To give us a little something that might tide us over until the sentencing for Corey Richins later this week on my anniversary, and all that. So, yes, clever name. Age, sex, location, please. You guys are the best. Please have a great lunch. I don't have a portal yet because I have to make a new one, but I'll be making that if you promise. As soon as this live stream's over, I'll make the new one. Red Pen's already created a little placeholder for us and everything. So, all right. I'm thinking of making a Greeners Tinder site. What would I call it? Tin Green. I'm done. I'm just so done. You guys, we'll talk to you after lunch. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Don't miss the forest for the trees.